right there, and he's got to set up something nasty here, DCQ. Good hold of the parry there.
That was plus. Chris Wong tried to steal his turn back with whatever normal it was getting stuffed out, counter hit.
He's waiting there at the moment here. He's trying to wait Chris Wong to do an arbitrary drive rush or something to close the distance. Teleports, and wow, that could have been it. That actually could have been
Hello,
it there.
chat. How's it
And
going?
a level 3 should do if he gets a button to connect.
What are we watching?
Instead, it gets
The Capcom Cup.
Trying to jump away. But it's a sandblast.
Because Capcom is allowing me to stream this. Since I'm a Capcom creator and I want to watch. Then hopefully you want to watch with. We're at the top 8 right now, the Capcom Cup. Apparently $1 million on the line. So we're taking a look. We're taking a look, see a watch, see. You can see chat over there on the side too. Although I might just make that bigger. Not have to worry about it.
You're not going to
we'll
get
see.
there with the strongest normal that you want to, or even
I don't know. They're fine. So they're fine.
Probably have to be a little bit more aggro. He probably
let me get all the other things started.
Risk something, maybe play a bit more zoning.
Later on, we'll play some other games if it doesn't end too late, which sometimes it does. So.
You can advance to the winners final.
But I'm not expecting it to be too much longer. Well, this started at 5, and it's now 9, and we're just at top 8. So, going by that timing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 hours. There might be 4 hours left in this tournament.
Priority for Chris Wong, right? He wants control just in case DCQ wants to jump out with a normal and also build up that drive gauge jet again. For possibly an approach with drive rush for DCQ a little bit more active.
No perfect parry there on the charge, heavy flash.
No perfect parry there.
Because we seldom see Chris Wong go for that jump.
Is my... I haven't started the stream.
Get that drive rush cancel, and this is what we were talking about.
There we go.
What we were talking about.
It does look kind of bad with Twitch chat, but I like watching Twitch chat. I like the Twitch chat.
Set him back near full screen in the mid-range too. Yeah, he has to respect that departure.
Well, I like that he's letting it automatically detonate because he needs to walk forward and gain some ground.
I'll see that and just get Twitch chat on my own end.
In a blink of an eye, no drive rush cancel.
So far, and I like that. Just enough damage for DCQ now on the board. His life is on the line,
Fighter.
at least for the winner's side. No reaction for the drive rush, crouch jab, DCQ. Not even worried about it.
Stand fierce into the Torbjorn, the Phantom walks away.
Walks away.
He doesn't really know the race to stand. Let's try and whiff punish because the backwards walk through for JP isn't as good as Luke's.
Alright, I have that, and hopefully the chatting programs are working properly.
He takes one grab.
That's one spine buster.
Just nice delayed jump there, no cross cut. Rising uppercut there.
Rising uppercut.
Such brilliant patience here. He's probably waiting for the sweep to come. That's why he's crouching.
So scary as well. The double departure right above Chris Wong. What's going to be
Alright, so because Capcom, as a Capcom creator, Capcom has allowed me to stream this. I hope you guys will watch with. Let me know what year. This is $1 million on the line. Imagine just casual, not even, it's not a casual tournament, but imagine going casual tournament, $1 million, and winning, play video games all your life, you win $1 million,
DCQ might have to boil things down to chance.
$1 million.
Bank on a perfect parry, or
$1 million for winning. Could you do it? Could you? So I've been in a couple tournaments and I always get so much, like I get so nervous. And it's like, I can feel the pressure on me and I'm not used to it. I'm sure these people have been to numerous tournaments and that pressure isn't as intense. I'm sure it's still there, but it's not as intense. But like every single move here, every single button press, every single thing you do, every misstep could be $1 million on the line. $1 million on the line. Could you do it? I'd want to.
All the phantoms that you want.
Well, you might need a knockdown now.
I would want to, but I know I'd crumble. At least in the current state that I'm in.
Drive up, The throw
Let me double check. This is $1 million thing. Capcom Cup X.
Baiting out the throw again against the machine. DCQ, a little bit of faulty errors on defense.
Made him grab hot air.
The grand prize is $1 million. Total prize pool over $2 million. Yeah, this is $1 million for whoever wins.
Gets a punish counter throw. He needs that because he was looking for the button instead.
$1 million to whoever wins this. Well, at least not this one, but top 8. We're in top 8 right now.
Jump away. He's gonna go. Yes, the
That
spike
works.
saved him.
It was still active.
He's still got a Lavushka to work with. He did build level 3 in time, but if he can close this round up by preserving his meter, this is gonna be brilliant.
Preserving his meter. Can you guys see it on TikTok? All right.
This is an excellent position for him considering the
I
meter.
think I'm covering the health.
He could let off a level 2 to get all the momentum in the world off of a knockdown, but that's the big objective. He has to get one hit to confirm.
Not better? Should I put it like that? I don't know if I should.
Some sort of action here to then force DCQ to make the defense, and he needs to preserve that meter as much as possible. Meter level 2 activation gets him with a trigger.
Meter.
Backs away at the moment here.
Thanks for following, Vivian. Watching this $1 million Capcom Cup X. The winner of this tournament wins $1 million. I'm nervous just thinking about it. I could not be in their seat, so look. You guys can barely see it, but on Twitch, you guys see those people at the top right. They're so calm looking. With $1 million on the line, I could not.
You see the tap parry there trying to snuff out the crouch immediately dream another button there.
Oh
and
boy!
And it's gonna burn Chris Wong out as well. He's gonna set up something nasty here, and he really needs this round.
The overhead connects, but it's fine.
Dashes up. And
This has been a tournament that's been going on like the entire week, though.
Backing away here, still has that level
We're just watching like the top.
Looking for the stand medium punch to level 3 there, Chris Wong.
The tippity top.
DCQ knows it as well. He can't afford to let any normals whiff. He's trying to get. That was way too much.
This is too much.
Yeah, it's $1 million US. Not $1 million in that one place where $1 million is like $10. This is $1 million.
That will hit. He's gonna get the
No way! That's fine. Oh no! He's gonna have this. That's gonna be it. Oh my God!
Oh, he had a little bit of health.
He done the trig lab way too early because Luke
No.
and I understand it because anybody would have done that. He done the hard part. He got
That's
the
so
level 2 to react to the
close.
sample blaster, and then he tried to bank on getting it early. That was just a miscalculation. It could have been a new situation for him. He might have never seen that before.
Not
but
ever.
I don't blame him for doing that. And Chris Wong, he said, all right, thank you very
Ouch.
much. I'll get the
My
chip kill there
soul.
with the cancel into the level 3. Level 3s do 10% health on ship there. Chris Wong still keeps that
I
winning
would
record
die.
coming through in this top 8.
I couldn't.
A 3-to-1 shot. The first person to make Chris Wong bleed thus far. Very little at that. DCQ at least getting a game on him. He's gonna be playing around in the losers.
Let's wait, see if they show it again.
Chris Wong again, phenomenal decision making overall and great patience.
This is a
for neutral.
replay.
It all leads to
I
plenty
wanna
of
see
these
that
moments. You see this
again.
all the time with Luke, right? You see how often he could barrage and harass the opponents, but we got to talk about what led to those situations in the first place.
DCQ struggles in the neutral a lot from what I've watched of his gameplay, because if he lands his set play, good luck to you, because he really takes advantage of when you
God.
frame advantage, when you
It
make
was
that
sure
mistake.
good.
But Chris Wong, he kept him humble. He fed him that humble pie. He kept him respectful, and you saw it there. His limited usage of buttons, crouching medium kick, stand medium punch. You don't really get much off of them unless you're in range and it says punish counter. Well, guess what? Once Chris Wong identified that in the very first round, the very first game, he said, okay, I can actually afford to do tap parry. I can actually risk this thing.
I hear.
And because of his parry timing is actually pretty much 95% on point. He got all the damage.
That's
and put
insane.
DCQ in such these injurious
The
positions.
anti-air.
He was super uncomfortable. You even saw DCQ
Okay, it wasn't this
down from
one.
half punch for those knockdowns. Then he had to stop there. He started to pick
Is
up
it
pace
this one?
as the game went
No.
on, but that's because
Maybe.
Chris Wong forced him out of character. He made him
really
play.
did.
Yeah, he made him play in a different style that he's not comfortable with, and it looked like it worked. But this is something he might have to work on in future for JP. So really looking forward to how that first out. But amazing stuff, brilliant stuff there from Chris Wong.
Yeah, so surprising to see DCQ kind of play out of the element that he's so used to, right? He will take those big risks. He loves to kind of encroach on that space with a lot of the normals, as we have seen in
I wonder if top 8 all win something. I mean, there's another $1 million to go around.
Now, you had mentioned this in the group stage. Chris Wong, sometimes he would be susceptible of himself throwing some of these heavy punches to try to gain some estate, or at least try to catch a normal as well. But we also haven't seen a lot of the crouching medium punches that we really know him for, and I think that's really what threw DCQ off.
Because he's just super patient. When I've been playing him and watching play other people in that mid-range, he knows that you want crouching medium punch to come out, even crouching medium kick. He says, no, I'll wait, and I'll play patient. And then he waits a couple of seconds just for you to think you can do something. And that's why his timing's on point. This is why I think his defensive decisions, he's just the epitome of optimization, no matter where you play him on screen. And he's literally showing you why Luke is one of the best characters in the game. And we're going to see it right now. The level 2 connects, and because he was too high, it was from the third Phantom, it was too early. He actually did the right thing, which was really unfortunate there for DCQ.
God, I missed it. It was right there again, and I missed it.
He has seen that. I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that's a new situation.
He was about to die. He was 1 HP.
Sometimes this just happens in situation.
I don't know. He broke.
And then after that, you've exhausted all your options, and your opponent just gets free pickings.
I think it's the first time I've really seen Chris Wong show emotion, because as soon as he saw that drop, his eyes widened up. He's like, oh my God, I'm in there. He was already like really ecstatic to get that drive rush, and as soon as it popped off, it was so beautiful to see, man. Again,
beautiful.
DCQ. We're going on to the next one. Lashar versus Uma.
Well. I'm going to hold my hands up high. I did not expect Uma to make it this far, but it's been a pleasure watching him. And you know what? Shout out to James Chen and Rin, because they've been talking about this guy for months.
Same with Lashar. You know, Rin is the only one that actually picked Lashar to make it out.
Yes, that's true. So did David, didn't he? I think David did as well.
I think, yeah, you know, David probably. I'm gonna find him. Well, okay, he's shaking his head.
The moment he qualified, I was watching him and I said, there's something about this Chun-Li that people really need to keep an eye on. He's one of the best.
Lore fight.
I said to people, and several people said it as well, you need to keep an eye on this, because his understanding of neutral, his understanding of...
It's nice that they let you choose the costumes in this journey.
Down DJ and really making him struggle. He's got an easier matchup now. On paper,
I guess they're all official. They're not like custom.
Jury. It's actually pretty dangerous.
She has the tools to counter against the far-reaching normals that Jury has. Her walk speed is tremendous, and also getting around the fireball easier, in my opinion. I think she's the complete package for this match.
Kicks versus kicks. Who's gonna win?
Here's my thing. One thing I know about Lashar, he's using Kokokins now, but that's not the reason where people land big damage against him. It's his defensive decisions on wake up.
Chun-Li is keeping distance.
Those are the things that really get him in trouble. And there, gets a jump on a Kokokin there.
Just jumps on in.
Uma uses all the tools in the toolbox there for Jury. He gets the punish counter DI. And what's the first defensive choice Lashar will make?
Look at the damage off of that.
Oh, and he walked under that.
Air legs, but Uma, he was ducking under.
Here we go, gets the throw, and
there was still a punish counter. Yeah, just a little bit extra recovery on that. Uma with plenty of damage on that.
And you see what I mean with the defensive choices? Again, we're spinning the wheel here most of the time, but when it doesn't work out for him, it really doesn't work out for him.
The guy has a mic that keeps speaking.
Because, again, Jury has tools on the ground, but only if the Chun-Li player whiffs.
Only
if the Chun-Li player sniffs.
I don't see Lashar whiffing things unnecessarily most of the time. He's got to find another way, and he can't just use drive rush. He can't use crouching media kick all the time. See? Backlash there to avoid that even drive rush cancel scenario.
That's totally fine. He's caught so many people trying to move forward or even jump in the skies. He has so much control and just good awareness, good game sense to even back off.
Good awareness, good game sense.
We're immediately going into Ryoku-sen. A lot of carry on this bad boy. Bang, bang.
Go for the full thing. Dash there. Trying to get an anti-throw, but it didn't quite work out. Both players' anti-throw decisions haven't worked out yet. And the throw should close this out if he gets close enough.
And it was a counter hit.
Easy clap. Perfect.
It was too slow, and Lashar landing that throw for the first round, or the second round, excuse me, with a perfect nonetheless.
I like that Lashar's throwing out Kokokins immediately because it stops the drive rush factor immediately. So it forces Uma to jump, but he will go into the super art Fuhazan. Taken straight to the corner here. Charges up there with the store.
Right in front of him as well.
Forward heavy punch, going to activate the Feng Shui. Does he force a drive reversal? No. No cancel there.
That punish could have been so severe.
Uh-oh. That was not too good there. And there's a Tensho kick.
$1 million on the line.
He's in the amber there, and he needed the space to get out. He still has 2 bars to defend himself.
He can't get over that.
Oh, this is severe.
$1 million, chat.
Guys are not getting the cancels. On a minute there, still low on drive gauge. He might need a roundhouse to connect if he gets
I guess for a week of your time.
Coming out.
$1 million.
Full conversion here, and he will get the knockdown. No, he's going to go for the level 1 here. Maybe. Let's see if he gets it. No, he's going to end with a 10-cent rin uppercut. Try to bait something there.
There was an attempt. I think he might have tried a Tensho or actually believed in that medium kick hitting. But that is way too shallow of an angle to get that.
Well, we saw that Uma was cognizant of some sort of defensive choice that didn't work out. Stalls up the fireball again. I like that Michael Work standing light punch, or light kick, sorry.
Uma's defense and getting ready for Serenity stance mix-ups has been pretty on point. We only seen it one time, and Uma technically 1 for 100%. We do like those odds. Oh boy!
There there's an OD uppercut. Goes full screen, and he noticed that Lashar's pulled the brakes on these Kokokens at certain points. He's going to have to make a hard read with the jump soon again, Uma.
Jesus, that Fierce was so far away.
Jesus.
Oh, there we go. There's a throw. He can dash up and bait something. And he tried to bait out. Did try and bait, but the Tensho kicks moves suddenly forward enough to clip the back dash.
I think this is fine for Uma.
Level,
Koken?
Okay.
Not too bad.
Thought you could have tried level 1 back, but he's preserved the bar. That's fine. Still burn out. Here's Lashar. He can build a level 1 back.
Oh, nice and easy.
Stop the turn there.
Too scary of a situation there.
Well, to be fair,
No, yeah, the grand prize, yeah, the grand prize is $1 million bucks. There's $2 million for all of the top in the tournament. And this tournament's been going on for a week now, and we're at top 8 now. This is the top 8 of the entire tournament. I don't know how many entered. Does anybody have that information? Turn up the game audio. Be nice.
Make sure you're ready at that point. He can't drive rush cancel, and that will be a punish counter. That is not as safe as maybe a Ken sweep when the opponent's in burnout, my friend. So you have to try something else. And I've noticed the Shah is not afraid to put himself in burnout in early stages of a match, or even when he really needs to get the corner positioning. So I've noticed about him. Backing away here at the moment here. Still whiffing normals, but I'm not seeing like a crouch medium kick drive rush cancel as a whiff punish from Uma.
Yeah.
And he's so anti. That forward heavy kick. Oh, and the reset? Uma, you dirty dog.
Right, he's going to
You
go
dirty
into
dog.
the 3 here. Replenish as much drive gauge as possible. And will he go in and try and bait again, or will he wait? It looks like he waits. He's going to burn him out the safe way, and the perfect parry turns things around, and he's going to side swap. He might have to cancel to his level 3.
He's going to have to. He's going to build up that gauge, but look at the setup after this.
Do you know what? This might be checkmate, because if Uma doesn't wake up with a reversal, he's going to do a button into D, and it's going to cause a stun.
No shot.
Here you go.
So close.
Even bigger risk.
Jump in too. Pristine timing. Uma with the read.
Almost.
Getting the Kikosh.
Dude, every time he's jumped a fireball, it's worked. Like, he's jumping with purpose.
Every Kikosh has been punished.
He's been jumping with purpose, and it's worked out here. And he's actually 2-0
Jumping
against
with
one of the
purpose.
favorites
That's a
that remain in this tournament here for
interesting
Capcom
way to
Cup
put
10.
it.
Taiwan representing.
Listen, man, the Asian players we have in the winner side of this, they
Back when I used to, I don't even know how to explain it, but I used to be told to walk with purpose.
he doesn't block.
So apparently I didn't walk with purpose.
Anyway, Lashar. Still trying to get that. Oh, if that was for the medium punch, that would have
And
punished
I
it.
think that was just them being more annoying than
Dude, he's been doing that against Rashid players,
anything
Chun-Li
else.
players as well. It's been working out for him really well. The perfect parry on the store, and he gets the burnout here. Lashar chases him down.
When you work here, you walk with purpose. No.
Hit them with the stopping ball.
I'm walking to point B so that I can walk to point C.
Having 2 bars to your name, if you get that confirmed into Hyoku-sen, it's going to be a gang of corner carry. Oh, that could have been it too.
Almost got the whip punish there. He's been using forward HK in interesting areas, not to kind of counter the fireball, because Uma hasn't been liberally throwing out that fireball. He finds himself trapped in the corner again, Lashar. Again, good check.
Beautiful check.
And it was a perfect parry on that Kukoken as well.
He tried to catch the landing frames instead of opting for the autocorrect uppercut.
Backs away. I've noticed he's backed away after certain situations. Lasar's backed away, and Uma's always done crouching medium kick. I wonder if he can go for a hard read on the forward dash at some point. Ooh. Got
Good interruption too. I love that counter from Lashar. Level 2. It's going to cause that burnout. But more importantly, the switch.
Good block
way.
there.
I don't know.
He gets hit by the down forward heavy kick, and he still has some super to work with, but so does Uma. And then he gets the dive kick again. He's testing the reactions. The jab.
He tried to get
That
away
was
with
so much
trying to
damage.
get away with possibly throwing Uma just a tad too late. Uma was already firing off those jabs. Perfect parry. No, he whipped the crouching heavy punch, and the shark couldn't actually get his full punish counter. He dropped his own combo.
Gets to level 1 there to send Lashar to the corner. He's basically on match point here, Uma, so all the defensive choices Lashar makes, they have to be smack bang on point. It's a delayed throw. He's done it, yep, create some ground, gain some ground there, but the check, and he's going to put him right back in the corner here. Lashar, you've got to make a choice. And he's going to deal with the Feng Shui engine.
A slight delay, there's a throw, dash up, still plus.
Hold up, no cancel there from the medium. He's got to do something. Parry doesn't work out. His drive gauge has literally been attacked. Drive gauge damage.
Good block.
Nuts. Block, that's punish.
It's too far. He even tried to do the handshake of death. That is 3-0 for Uma.
Wreck.
Uma continues
Wreck.
that phenomenal performance from the winner's side of top 16.
It's winner's side though, so he can come back maybe.
Against Chris Wong.
He still has a chance at that.
Using Jury. Did we think
That
Jury
$1 million.
I don't know how many people had Uma in their fantasy bracket making this far, but hey, he's representing one of the strongest Jury players in the world, showing you just how efficient she can be as a character.
Representing
just after what we saw
$1 million.
Lashaw's performance in that death bracket group.
He was looking unstoppable.
And
some were saying he
well.
was quite invincible, rather. But Uma also, he was underlooked. I think a lot of people can agree with that. But right now, this is looking like his game to play. He's moving on to the winner's side, but for very good reason. Like the decision-making overall and the recognition of what Lashar's choices were on defense have led to a lot of a struggle for Lashar to make moves afterwards. But I will say there were a couple of mishaps that Lashar had based off of some of the punish counters that he had missed towards the end of the set.
I noticed when I watch Lashar play a lot of the time, he does land a lot of hits, but there's special cancelable buttons that are not canceling that can change the situation drastically. I don't know if that's panic or it's just being factored.
Drastically?
But then when we talk about Uma, right? Uma literally dismantled Kusanagi earlier. He's literally dismantled Lashar now. He's very good at applying pressure with Jury. He utilizes the Feng Shui engine, even on block as well to scare you. He uses every tool in the book, like I said, just to reiterate here. And Lashar just couldn't really get that groove going and find that round of adaptation that could turn this thing around, because I could see him drawing it out to 3-2. But Uma was just on point, and he was much more ready for this matchup than Lashar was.
It seems like it again. Uma just making all the right decisions, like you were pointing out. There were just so many intricate decisions that he made against Lashar's defense that really excelled him above and beyond. And again, trying to sneak at that drive impact, I think that's a risk he was willing to take regardless, because of not only the life lead, but also the game lead, right? But Lashar trying to get antsy after that. You had mentioned that, the only way that Uma could get out of this mix is Lashar guesses correctly on what normal follows suit after that super art.
There you go as well, and then closing the gap here.
There
it's just
you go
fighting on
as
this left side of
well.
the screen way too much. More so Lashar was trying to defend than it was for Uma. And then you see the stun there. Again, he was showing signs of life, but maybe, and I noticed this in the SFL World Championships as well. That was a huge thing as well, by the way, because every time he jumped, it was either a fireball
that one
one
does so
or his
much
dive between
damage.
the Tensho kicks. And he integrated empty jumps as well, or regular jumps, just as he get anti-ed as well. So those dive kicks, those delayed dive kicks are actually well placed, because they're actually really good against several special attack anti-airs in the game. What could you say? That Uma books his place in that winner's final there, going up against Chris Wong. So they're playing for some big cash money, even in that winner's final there. Lashar drops down where he'll face the winner of Gachikun.
The winner.
DCQ waiting another loop. Yeah, okay. He's just going to have the loop run today.
That's kind of nuts. Looking at it, Kawano, NL, Gachikun and Safe. That's going to be coming up real soon. But as you can see in the quarterfinals, DCQ setting up to play off the winner of that first part of round one. Then Lashar down below having to face off against either Gachikun or Safe. This is kind of nuts, man.
This is kind of nuts,
This has
man.
been crazy stuff here. But hey, listen. We are hungry. You need to be hungry and refuel your energy with those snacks here. So we got to give a big shout out to our food sponsor here, Pagoda. Like we said, there's egg rolls around the bar. You can get free snacks. Enjoy yourself some Pagoda. I know Rob TV has been doing that all weekend. It's got one more day, maybe 2 more days of eating it. But hey, you can crush your cravings with those Pagoda snacks here. Like we said, they are available at the bar. Make sure you try some out.
Snacks. I want snacks.
Rocking out
Look
the
at these
outfits
cool
from
shirts.
Nerds. And guys, you guys gotta check out all the
I don't
jackets
want
that have
any
been
of them.
designed by the dev team from
Maybe Jamie.
Capcom while they partnered up with Nerds. Go check out their booths in the lobby, or if you'd like to, viewing at home, head over to nerdsclothing.com. Hey, also, be sure to enter the code CapcomCup in all caps to receive that 10% off your purchase. And also, don't forget, all the Street Fighter 6 hip-hop stuff that's been going on, the official album from Nerds Clothing is also available on vinyl. I'm a big collector guy, so I'm definitely going to check it out. And if you'd like to just check it out, It's available on all streaming platforms. You guys have been doing such a fantastic job hanging out with us thus far, and we're getting ever so close to crowning our first ever millionaire in the world of Street Fighter. You're going to tune in for the rest of it because
I feel like all these casters have grown so much in the past like 5 years because I recognize some of them. Ed's coming out. There's probably an Ed trailer. Show me Ed. That's not it. Oh yeah, it is.
Seriously? I'm not interested in whatever you're pitching. You really want me to punch a hole through you? So, just who are you? You need to learn to stop pissing me off! I knew there'd be more of you.
Ruin Lab. I probably want to play him, to be honest. I've been waiting for like a character that fits what I want. I think it's him.
I'd be scared too.
He's so cool. That was cool. Yeah, he seems like a character I'd want to learn. He's also insane though. How's this? Dog, he's so cool, yeah. He reminds me of Cody a little bit. The way he plays. Except Cody didn't have that. Cody had like a slide where you could avoid the projectiles. It was really fun to do. They're Hadouken you, that's fine, just slide on through them. And he seems to have something similar to that. My main thing is I don't really know the rhythm of Street Fighter as much as I know the rhythm of Tekken. The rhythm of Tekken is comes pretty natural to me, but the rhythm of Street Fighter is kind of like, Nani? Isn't this technically? I think this is technically against TOS if I'm watching an advertisement that fills the screen now. But since this is the Capcom Cup X, I think it'll be fine. Capcom Cup. Kappa Cup. I'ma be on the top. I'm ahead of the game. Ready or not. Look at that sculpted. I should make but there's no underwear in Tekken 8. I was gonna make a Zangief Jack.
I have something in my hand that truly I don't even deserve. The aura is too strong. My biceps are shaking right now. And I'm also shaking because of the aura of the man standing next to me, Angry Bird, a fan favorite. First and foremost, can we please make some noise for Angry Bird?
Ooh.
Angry Bird, the reason I have this
it's such a cool trophy.
Of course, you are the reigning Evo champion. You, of course, have won a Grand Slam. You know what it's like to compete at the highest level. What's on these players' minds right now in this top 8? And what do you think they should
$1 million is on their mind. That's what's on their mind.
I don't want to be giving advices all around since I'm not in that top 8. But when I was in Evo's top 8, what I was thinking about is that only the tournament, nothing else. Just focus on playing your best. Don't double think your decisions. If you want to DB, DB. If you want to level 3, level 3. If you want to do whatever you're thinking of, just do it. Because if you think twice, you might find yourself out of the tournament immediately. So do whatever you think immediately. And just trust yourself and don't be nervous. Because if you're nervous, you're going to be destroyed. Trust me.
So you're the Evo champion, and as a champion, how is it like looking at these matches, choosing the number 1, finding who's number 1? How does it feel like as a champion watching these matches?
It feels really good actually watching and learning from these amazing players actually playing. And like every match, I see a new scenario that I haven't been exposed to before. So it's really amazing to see this type of skill in this tournament. I wanted to see Mena in this top 8. As you can see, I'm rimming the bandits here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
unfortunately, we don't have Mena in here. And so now, in terms of who I think is going to win the tournament, I'm going to take a hot take and say Gachikon from losers bracket.
Angry Bird, it's always a
Yourself
pleasure
in the
hearing from a
wood, Mena.
champion. Ladies and gentlemen,
he was one of the
soon we
people
are
I
about
was
to see
hoping
who is
to make it
finally who is
through.
officially going to become
Let's see.
the Capcom Cup 10 champion and the first FGC millionaire. It's time to
Oof,
get deeper into the top 8.
FGC
We're gonna send
millionaire.
things up to Vicious
Telling you,
and
chat.
Jimmers.
$1 million on the line. When did Mena die?
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. It's back
Right
into the
here,
top.
Mena.
Wait a minute.
Unfortunate.
the check goes out
Made it
to
to quarterfinals.
Vicious.
That was the
Money's
one
gone.
person
Hold on.
I knew
Jared, can
that
you just hold on real quick?
I was looking. I was
I'd
trying
like
to.
to thank Capcom
was
for my
hoping
payment
for.
in advance. I've always
Dog.
loved JP. Keep Harry the
Look at all
same.
that money.
Drive Rush is amazing. And you need to show this bracket real quick. I want to put my money on the table. I'll pay my bills later. Anyway, we are back here with the top 8. We're going to be dropping down into the loser side. Myself, Jammers, and Vicious here on the mic.
$1 million.
All the action. We're going to be crowning a millionaire in just a couple of hours.
Just
Well, that
convert.
bracket,
The
baby.
winner
Here's what's
becomes a
happened. Here's what's
millionaire.
transpired thus far. Chris Wong beat DCQ 3-1 in the winner's side, where Umar decimated Lashar, one of the favorites, one of the dark horses there, 3-0. So those guys were facing off in the winner's final to book their place in the grand final winner's side. But now we need to drop down to the losers bracket, where we're going to have
Losers bracket.
That's right, everybody's
So
favorite.
this is an
Kawano
elimination
versus
for anybody
NL. It's
here.
the Luke Mirror, baby. You already know
They're
what's gonna go
gonna
down.
get kicked
Either one
out.
of these guys is going to go down to Memphis, but only one will be moving on in the rest of the losers' side. Again,
37 and 25.
This is do or die time.
So, with this
37
mirror match,
versus
these two players in particular,
25.
I personally think with how they qualified to come to the CPT finals,
You know, it used to
they are
be
some of the
that
best
like
players
15,
we've played in
16-year-olds
this
always
mirror match.
had
Kawano qualifying
the
in
highest
Japan,
advantage in any
NL,
video game. You
East
would see
Asia,
young
the way
people
they utilize the
in these
sandblasters
types of
and
games
goggles,
all
pay
the
attention
time.
to their round start tactics
Yes,
each
sir.
and every
You're seeing
round.
almost
Yes, we're
40-year-olds
looking at a replica here, but these
make it
guys
to
are
the
gonna be scared
top.
just as much as the next person. NL had a tough time getting here.
To the
beating
top.
Knuckle overwhelming him as well as decimating Zan. Kawano had a scare against Kusanagi, but they got to watch out. Patient at the start here.
We'll see if NL will take a page out of Kusanagi's book and kind of rev up the engines first, but it's going to be Kawano who actually starts off with the offense. You had mentioned it earlier.
I'm
What's
rooting for the
defensive
oldie
decision gonna be
guy.
like?
Oh,
Oh
with
my.
Modest. And it's the thing, when I watch NL play, he's not afraid to use stand hard punch, but they do whiff a fair bit. And
And he's also not afraid to wake up with the OD rising upper.
Yeah, but then he'll chase down afterwards. Pay attention to certain things that NL does, especially off the OD uppercut too. He will try and get the frame advantage afterwards. OD uppercut. Will he chase down again? Yeah, dashes and tries to bait something there. Kawano did wake up with the button.
It's going to be information for NL going forward, right? The next time he lands that OD uppercut with suppressor, just suppresses the crouching medium punch as a counter hit. You've seen that time and time again. The tactics are just 2 steps ahead from the side of Kawano.
And Kawano was having a big chat. That must have been accidental. That could have been a hard read there. Might give him the benefit of the doubt.
Accident.
Looked like he
Could have
was
been a
looking for that
hard
drive rush.
read there.
Oh, big punish there.
Great stops on him.
That almost was blocked, by the way. I think that was a
He's
delayed medium punch
almost
that got
blocked,
caught
by the
drive
way.
reversal from NL. There,
Damn!
he beat into the punch there with the crouching medium punch. Low on drive gauge here, so he will have to
Oh,
spend
nice vibe.
that level 3.
Put this back
He's
on
gonna
full screen.
actually change the direction of how the
I
drive
enjoy
gauge
watching the
works.
chat though.
he's got to be chilling at this point, right? He doesn't want to overextend with the drive rush. He's going to walk up carefully and see what NL's decision was. NL's smart enough to just kind of back away, doesn't want to risk that OD or the burnout for that matter, but he's still sitting on a critical art. Can he make Kawano flinch? Man, he's still way over the bank. He went for the low forward.
The guy I'm going for is getting wrecked.
Resources to do that drive rush counts there. Situation. Like
Desmond, thank you for the like.
Kawano,
How you
he's one of the
been?
best in
Good to
this
see
match,
you.
man, already. And you can
What are you
tell
playing lately?
NL can be super impatient and super aggressive at times. But against someone like Kawano, who might be one of the favorites, a dark horse from a lot of people's eyes, but I imagine Punk might think he might win the tournament. Huge fan of Kawano. Shout out to Punk. Gets the uppercut, jumps out.
Coverages that on that as
Back
well.
to Baldur's Gate. Nice.
Opting for that and a big jump in
Are
read
you
against
like
the
doing
sandbox.
another playthrough, or are you still in your first playthrough? How's that?
He still wouldn't have done enough damage to kill. And it's just enough to get to the corner.
The wall
Crush.
back there, there's NL, and then trying to go for a safe jump, but Kawano knew the mind game there, that's why he went.
Nice.
Yeah, there you have it, NL taking that round.
Come out.
Looking good. Again, they're being super patient at round start at the moment, highly respectable, the damage output.
It's been a minute.
Just walking slowly, trudging across the screen, gets
My
that.
God, you know he was
Kind of
kinda
rusty.
hovering around the mid-range
That's fine.
for a while.
I find that in that type of game, it doesn't matter how bad you're doing, as long as you're doing something interesting.
Does that against Lou. Smart. Earns himself a burnout here.
Something
and he's going
fun.
to make sure.
Oh my God!
Huge. He can actually spend the super if he wants to, get the Oki off for the damage, but he's going to throw and then try and guarantee a chip scenario. No! He baits a level 3 instead, and he's chasing it down with
Get
a
wrecked.
Sandblaster into the fatal shot. Because again, he's
My
very
guy's
limited to
winning.
chase that down, but because
Come
that
out.
OD projectile goes full screen, just completely finds the close out.
1-1.
Good observation there from NL.
I'm just glad it wasn't a mistaken uppercut. Imagine that, right? Spine buster going forward. Again, the medium kick bringing out against the Sandblaster. You saw the startup from Kawano, but this is so good right now for Kawano. That back throw can lead to so much defensive choices. You saw the backdash, now in the burnout.
Oh.
Checking him with the rising upper. There is no escape.
He's got to deal with this, and he's threatening the stun here. Kawano from
He's
NL. and
stuck
he's
in the
going to get
wall.
The stun nice and early here, so he's going to set up something. And he drops a huge conversion here.
Turned
Now
him
it's his
around.
turn to roll the die on defense.
Turn him around, not against the wall anymore. Going at him.
Again, that
Oh
is
no,
right.
it's turning him around again. You gonna flip it? You gonna flip it?
Go for the damage to the side switch. Indeed, he's going to go for the advantage as well after the whiffed tackle. NL's got some bars to his name. Hold on, he's got one shot of a drive rush too.
God, $1 million on the line. Every single button would give me a heart attack.
Good awareness from NL.
Another thing I've observed as well is how these guys have to make a comeback. They do get a little bit antsy, a little bit flustered. And then he clicks in
sick.
Dude, this guy's actually closing the gap. Changing up his decisions. Drive rush jab almost got it.
You want me to make mistakes fun? Yeah.
And he's gonna burn him out here
No.
with the super R2.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
There
What
we
a
go.
choice. He found some way to get in and gets that Pale Rider.
And guess what? It was via Fierce.
Well,
The heavy punch still paying dividends. Speaking of dividends, that risk was amazing for Kawano for having to pay out against NL.
okay, immediately drive rush cancels there, delayed the crouch medium, and he has to keep him here in that burnout state. He's actually got a lot of real estate to work with if things don't work out. That's there, and he does that immediately.
No.
The block, it takes the round there for Kawano. He just done that anyway because if he said punish gun, it would have saved his bar, but he was just mashing or reacting with that super art one, which worked out fortuitously for him.
I would say the former rather than the latter. I don't know, man. It's hard to call, but the gun, I gotta say, man, the gun pointed towards NL in the corner so often by Kawano. It's so hard to get out of that pressure situation. But it was a good lead on the backdash for the throw. Didn't lead to anything else.
He gets caught out, similar to what Safe did against Pheno in the Ken mirror, but he's caught him with the loop mirror now as well. Meaty, roundhouse there, delayed throw tech, trying to open
Roundhouse there.
detrimental scenario. They're both low on dry gauge. These guys are literally fighting neck and neck, and it's tantamount on dry gauge until NL having a little bit faster here, while Kawano's actually trying to avoid the amber. In it out.
Goes in the green.
They're waiting for one medium to whiff.
Oh,
Instead,
whiff.
something had to whiff. Perfect spacing there for Kawano. Delayed jab on wake up there from NL.
Oh, they're so close.
Up, and he's gonna build enough.
This
No
kill?
way.
This kills.
the perfect damage calculation. I'm not trying to meme it up. I'm not trying to say the track's on the game, but that was actually the perfect amount of bar built up for the level 3 from NL.
This is what you kind of need in those situations. That's why it's clutch, right? Especially the CQC, and they got like.
Is it best of 3? If that's 5, yeah, it's best of 5.
An abundance of super meter to get the close out here. And that whiff, my God! Do you know what both of these guys do with the hell out of stand hard?
They really have. Oh, and it's so difficult, right? NL has been stuttering a lot of
First
his
to 3.
and layering them as well against Kawano. That stagger pressure has really led to a little bit of urgency from Kawano. Hence, NL now shifting up the gears in the timing of his meets.
And he baited him with the first crouch medium punch to get him to try and react, and he caught the second one with the drive rush cancel there. Here comes the back throw.
So if you're wondering, I'm birding for the guy, the Luke in white hair.
Perfect parry, added throw, mixed it up so he gets the maximum damage there. No parry scaling.
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
There you go.
Wake up.
He had to, man.
Reversal.
He had to bust out that situation to play in the neutral again. And he baited it.
Bait. Gash on in there. Do it
Okay.
again.
Try to bait him.
Nice and easy for Kawano.
Just like
Try
Andy
to
Bird
bait
said,
him.
that's the situation now I've been exposed to. Using stand light punch to bait him into something that could have been the start of an animation of a sand blaster that got him there. Because level 1 is crucial in this matchup, by the way, as an anti-projectile tool. One of the strongest anti-projectile tools in the
And
game.
that was at the toes. Going for the tackle. Got a carry.
Whoa.
Punish counter. You saw the throw bait. You saw the throw whip. Excuse me.
Most of their damage has been coming from mediums, from slight blips in their pressure. They still catch each other.
Oh, that
rings out,
parry.
lives by the uppercut.
Perfect parry.
Ooh,
Somebody get
perfect
damage,
parry. Oh, man.
Leave the combos too long. They do something else instead.
No, it was too
no.
sharp of an angle. His character model wasn't even turned around for that crouching heavy punch. And the level 3, so significant in the damage, but more so, the burnout.
I think NL should have tried to burn out Kawano earlier. So now
Burnout. Oh,
He's still
no.
got level 2, about to build a level
That's
3. So he just needs one
harsh.
button into level 3. Maybe even pump a level 1, but he's been baited into doing that before.
My God, even the stagger pressure so significant. The cancel into level 1 against the drive impact. NL, you dog.
And that's exactly what you have to do in Burnout. You just have to focus on the drive impact. You have to let go of everything else because your brain is multitasking, and he focused on the drive impact. He's ready, pumping that spot 1. Oh, almost got the suppressor.
Dog. I keep thinking it's $1 million on the line.
Sandblaster in that mid-range there.
And that makes it so much more intense.
Them those projectiles. Back that step. NL cannot whip a button. I'm seeing it. Yeah, he was malicious with trying to burn him out there. Now he's literally dehydrated.
How much do you think that goes into expenses?
What are you going to do about it, Kawano?
You know, you win $1 million. What, you have to pay... You probably have to pay like 30% of that in tax, so there goes 300,000. And then
That's fine. Yes, okay, that was smart. He can take throws because you actually recover drive gain.
actual expenses for the trip and food for a week,
No perfect parry on the number.
maybe
Kawano's
10K
turn now. Try to bait away from
at
the
max.
Oh, that's huge, Jammers. He can cancel again. That's more than enough in the tank.
Is Modern also involved? Yeah, I think so. But I think classics have the stronger 37-year-old, by the way. 37-year-old wins. That's who I was going for. That's insane. It used to be you would see nothing but like 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds. And it was like, nah, your reaction dies when you're 24.
It's definitely a heartfelt moment.
Your reaction time dies when you're
One of the
25.
fastest learners. He's grown
Now
so
we're-
much from his
now
career
we're
start
here,
with
and
Street
it's
Fighter V. I gotta say, give it up one more time.
37-year-olds.
One of Japan's finest, Kawano, for doing what couldn't be done before. One of the youngest to make it, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything saying that they can't use Modern.
Battle up close. Now, he did hit him with a huge suppressor. The way these guys were landing damage, it's a mirror match. It's going to be very similar. When your opponent
Although I haven't been paying attention if anybody is doing Modern.
Just to let you know, I'm on the same wavelength. I'm at the same level as you. We saw a lot of risky plays from these guys, but it's Luke. I play risky on defense as well, especially to get out of such a dangerous situation in the corner. Sometimes these guys were so good at whiffing each other, they started to turn it into, right, I'm going to throw out this button to make you try and whiff punish it, and I'll clip the second button, which is brilliant there to see. They mixed it up here and there trying to surprise each other because you can't be too fundamental in this matchup. You've got to show a little bit of disrespect.
You can kind of see that as well when you see further on in the matches in the replay. NL had actually opted to go for a little bit of a different stagger approach. Now, although he's throwing out crouching medium punch sometimes, it is going to be safe. So you're thinking they're going to take their turn with the light, but no, he just delays his crouching medium punch even further. And even so, there were moments where he caught Kawano backwalking when he shouldn't, so he would also check that situation. Once that situation was already established, Kawano,
I feel like he could have taken advantage of that days a little bit
I think he
better.
got the ground covered up close, but man, his adaptation.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about Street Fighter.
Like I said as well, that was a brilliant reaction there on the backdash to match level 1. I said when these guys are at a deficit, pay attention to how they try and force a comeback. They have to fight tooth and nail. They have to risk life and limb just to get back in and force a situation, which Luke is magnificent at doing there. But it's really difficult, especially when your guy has an abundance of health to work with. And a decent amount of advantage, because they can turn it around and risk the burnout here. And sometimes you watch this mirror match, and it's like, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute.
Actually outplaying the other guy, but he's still lost. Kawano at times looks like he's winning a several amount of exchanges there, but still lost. And we had the pleasure of watching this time in and time out with Bonchan and Mena RD yesterday. So we soaked in enough.
That guy cheated.
Experience just last
We really
night.
have, yeah. And you see in the final
He's
moments as well,
using
we talk
Luke.
about
That guy
layering those
cheated.
buttons. We might have thought, you know,
Luke
perhaps
is
NL was
cheating.
gonna come in with something sneakier, right? Something a little bit later on the startup after the crouching medium punch, but he immediately caught Kawano off guard into a true frame trap, crouching strong into crouching jab and caught him with that level 3 towards the end. Excellent work, excellent layering up close from NL.
Sometimes that's what you need to do in the mirror match. Start off basic and then build on those building blocks.
I think he went reverse. Actually, I think he was 3 steps ahead, going with crouching medium punch and then what, a check with the low medium kick, or even a check with the staggered low medium punch. Then he reverted it back to the basics.
True. Well, we got to be swiftly moving on. Kawano's out of the tournament now. We're going to actually be saying goodbye to somebody else here, so they won't have a chance at the money between Gachikan and Safe. Safe probably didn't expect himself to get this far. He's having a good time. He's enjoying himself. Brilliant lad. Calm
I like how
demeanor.
they're saying
He's
that
got the
Safe
confidence as well.
didn't
How
feel like he was going to
basically
get this
did not
far,
lean on
but
in that mirror match.
if we look
Nobody
at
called that, by the way.
Nobody called
Everybody
that.
was going nuts. I know for sure the Midwest crowd.
if we
is
look
here
at
in
over
full effect.
here and we
Along
look
with the
at who's
Canadian crowd,
projected
they
to
did
get to the
not really
end,
know what to do with themselves when they see
Safe is projected to go to the end.
Dude, I love this guy's urine in Street
Safe is
Fighter 5. I'm
projected
loving
to
his
be the
philosophy
winner
on
of this
game.
match.
But he's going up against a Capcom Cup champion. You will see him at Red Bull Kumite in New York as well. And Gachikan's in a weirdly unique position because of Rashid and how elusive and tricky he can be. So let's test Safe's matchup knowledge against someone of Gachikan's caliber.
I mean, he's had that kind of experience with Dual Kevin in the past. Maybe not in the bracket, but probably overall, right?
Here we go, and then running into it there. I think that was a delayed jab. We got counter hit, but he already gets a delayed tech there. Wake up.
Hits it firm on the target combo as well, getting that space and approaching. You saw that counter hit. Gachiku.
Ken supposedly.
Speaking of, that's the right pair of buttons to make.
Why am I yawning so much? Ken's supposed to be pretty broken in this game,
And he
but
can whiff punish those with a heavy kick, with a hard punch on the crouch medium kick, or even a stand heavy punch, which Safe just whiffed. Safe in the corner. What's the choice going to be? No tech from Gachikan.
Oh, good call out. Yeah, low medium kick immediately. Taking out the startup with the Dragon Lash. So back row significant.
Showing up the whirlwind there, and he's trying to see how Safe will react to the air current lingering out there. I don't think
Hadouken.
this matchup is too bad for Rashid, but when you're in a beneficial position, you take advantage of it. He's about to build level 2 as well, but he might save that for the next rounds. Delayed throw tip there again, interesting. Step kick, could it get challenged? A lot of the guys are whiffing here, but they're trying to get in.
Ah, the interruption against the overhead attempt. That Jinrai, although it was backed by the heavy, could have gone into the light as well. I totally understand that, but Safe trying to play it unsafe. Gachiku sniping it out.
There you go. He's got interesting buttons. Unorthodox buttons are actually really potent in the neutral there, Rashid, and you've got to be very careful. Both of these guys got to be very careful with their projectiles. But already Gachikan finds himself trapped in the corner.
Oh, no conversion off of the crouch jab. We'll take that.
Big damage there. Is it safe? What are we going to do? Interesting.
Counter hit. Oh, you're stealing turns. But it doesn't matter what you say. Safe. Still managing to clear out the rest of that round.
Turns.
Without having to risk any
I
more.
find it so interesting. So recently I've been looking into doing more fighting games and everything.
A whirlwind here, and he can't deal with it. Can't time a throw.
And I never realized that
Now we can. Oh, boy.
in fighting games there basically is a turn.
Comes a safe jump, but he
It's
might do it
a
himself
turn-based system.
first.
that you don't really
We both guessed wrong.
see if you're just looking normally, but if you look at the frame data, literally by frames, 15 frames, 30 frames, 20 frames, there's a turn system that you don't realize exists. So these people are playing RPGs, but by the frame. Time limit, time counted RPGs by the frame, if you think about it. It's probably a really bad way to analyze it, but that's how I'm looking at it. And you're basically calculating the next command as fast as you can and trying to take your turn. And everybody takes their turn and see how it changes things.
Probably could have clipped it there. And a perfect parry on the Dragon Lash. And he's just going to go for the heavy Eagle Spike. Oki instead. It was a bait. This is going to be huge for Gachigan.
Inside, what a backdash! But that was a counter hit. He couldn't get a conversion.
Million dollars are me who's sweating so much, yeah.
Throw. And then a perfect
$1 million.
And it looks like he's going to go for the side swap.
I would have already passed out.
Careful what he does. No delay tech there from Gachigan. He's got to hold this onslaught, but he decides not to.
You are taking the risk. You're throwing the dice like that. Gachigan, the audacity to give out that OD spinning mixer.
Well, the further away he runs in this set, the more risks he can take. That will be completely fine for his mental state.
Oh my god!
This is the shin kick from the gym.
Frame by frame RPG, yeah.
This is going to be huge here for Gachigan if he get out of this. He's looking for the side swap as well, and that's why he tried to go for a back throw.
For timing, an RPG of timing.
All right, what we got? Level 2.
Chip Rujin Riker. Just enough? No, not just yet.
Okay, still holding it out here. He thought Gachigan going to wake up with an option, and that's what he's looking for. Yasar's coming. No, he's going to charge this up instead.
That's how you feel?
7 years is a long
time. I was surprised that he charged off a whirlwind shot instead of using Yasar, but I guess he was preserving it for the final round in case things went south, which that's exactly how it's panned out here. Overhead worked out. Not sure if that's what he wanted.
Either way, it was a little sneaky. Safe wasn't ready for it, and you got to be ready for this.
He's just going to walk up.
Are you ready for this? Bam 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 bam. Are you ready for this?
Oh, that works out actually because the Arabian Cyclone is a physical hit. It's not a projectile.
Good awareness from Safe to let that super art ring again, covering the aerial space. Jump medium punch.
The moment he sees the flip, he just back jumps. Yasar's here again. Oh, you got to deal with this twice in one round. He's going to push him out of the whirlwind. Throw tech. Oh!
You literally said it. You literally just said, don't throw tech. And what you are actually on demon time.
Dude, I've watched this guy. I played a little bit Rashid, but the way he set up that tornado, he's going to push him out of it and then try and force that throw while it's slowly encroaching on you. It's uncomfortable, man. And I'm not even going to tell you, pay attention to the whirlwind because Rashid is absolutely problematic. Another fine start here for Safe.
Mix, but Gachigan, immaculate defense. I'm telling you, when we highlight Gachigan, we always talk about his movement and his defensive decision making.
All right, there we go. Low on drive gauge, he can't parry unless it's a perfect parry, and he tried. This is big here for Gachigan. Try to get a throw tech there, and
he's not letting up.
He's going to get punished. He can make amends with a choice, but he's worried about the EX spinning mixer. There's a throw. Can he dash in? No. Hard kick there. If that jump
he's making so much space.
After the OD tornado, now
that's
the BFFs, man.
Got to deal with it.
That's horrible.
Again, lovely stuff there from Safe, and again, what a
defensive
sequence there from Safe. He's got to take the round after that.
He was like, I'm not dealing with that.
It's almost insurmountable.
I wonder if pairing allows you to just not care about any other damage happening as well.
Even his conditioning has been conditioned, man. Gachigan is just all over the place.
He's looking to run rampant in this set there. That was negative on block, but it was Safe. There you go, cancelling it there. He doesn't want Safe getting any momentum, any pressure going there, and that block, this is huge. He's burnt out as well. Charge the whirlwind shot, get the pressure. He's got to deal with that.
Chip damage as well, of course, covering the options of the jump out, heavy spinning mixer, applying all the plus frames as well. Just the sequence alone does so much damage, and of course,
and I think he's done. If he does this whole thing correctly, he's going to build the bar, medium spinning mixer. Not even, he's going for the different version. And Super Rashid King will close this out.
Oh my god.
Oh, that hurts.
How much damage was that?
That was enough.
That hurts.
Thank you very much, Capcom, for putting this crazy character in the game because it remains. And the Rashid specialist advances deeper into the bracket. Andy Bird said,
Well,
look,
he's still in the.
He may take the tournament.
It's going into the
He's off to a
loser
fine start
bracket.
here in this top 8. He fell to DCQ earlier, and he's still got a chance. Like I said, he's in a weirdly unique position with the character, the trickery, and again, this is the person you don't want to bump into at bracket.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, former Capcom Cup champion. He's gone through a significant struggle trying to pick a character. As soon as Rashid came out, he adapted perfectly. The most dominant force that we could ask for with this character. And just taking a look at Self, I will say this though, Safe had such a fantastic start on offense. You know,
No, I need to turn on the AC. It's pretty hot.
Recover afterwards, sign of an extravagant player. But overall, some of the decisions from Gotchkun on defense is what really took out Safe.
Is brilliant from start to finish there from Gatchikan. Got a couple of perfects there. All the optimal Rashid combos. He showed him so many different safe jumps. His neutral game was pretty on point. How he conditioned Safe to tech. I like that Safe was still determined to still try and aim for a perfect parry, to still try and keep himself in this dogfight. It was a hard-earned effort there, but unfortunately, he just fell short. And even times where he went for the right choice, I guess it was just a slight misunderstanding on spacing. But yeah, not seeing how to really comfortably deal with it. Because how often does he get put in these situations? And again, this is what it was. You put the tornado on top of them here, you push them out.
So tough too. Again, there's certain moments where, or certain distances where you can't even try to go for a throw.
This was brilliant. That defensive sequence there, and even, because he threw tech so much, you've stayed locked into that mental state.
That's right.
That you think Gatchikan's going to be so stubborn that he's going to throw you, that he thinks you're crazy, but nah, he changed it up there. And then when you're in burnout against Rashid, especially in the corner, good luck when you're knocked down.
Yeah, so many plus frames to start off with, and again, just that harassment with the special moves on top of that. It's just draining out so much of the life. And you see Safe kind of like reeled back in his seat, was not ready for that drive impact, despite having 2 bars to his name. Gotchkun was willing to take that risk because of that significant life lead overall. But man, this combo did not end. Well, it ended something, but I gotta say.
Into this top 8 run here.
Hey, yo, Kokujin being here is actually godlike, by the way.
So there was someone I could hear shouting, and the talent team were like, or the talent manager was like, who's that shouting? I said, it's probably a Japanese fan. And they're like, who? I said, there's only one person.
Not just any fan.
It's only one person that does that.
Legendary.
So shout out to Kokujin. He's always been repping the flag. He's been showing it up there for Kawano and Fudo and so on and so forth. But this is what the bracket's looking like now. 2 players have left the top 8, Kawano and Safe. Commiserations to Safe. I've been thoroughly impressed.
One more time, please, 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 for our North American representative, Safe! Give it up for him. It is fantastic, Ken. Looking forward to seeing him in the next season because, man, he made it mad far with the Midwest on his back. Toronto, stand up. That's your boy.
Well, it has been phenomenal to be calling the action here. But you know what we got to do? We got to take that short break. But before that, I've got to thank the peoples. We use these headsets. The pros are using these headsets. And you see it there with SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro. We're getting closer and closer to that $1 million prize. And the pro players that have used this have won more prize money using the SteelSeries gear than any other brand. And this week, they're going to help someone in the Street Fighter community become a millionaire. So big shout outs to these guys. And we've got some SteelSeries staff in the building here. So hopefully they're enjoying the action as much as we are. But again, much appreciated for being our official headset sponsor.
And I'm pretty sure with $1 million, you could buy the entire collection multiple times over. But for those of you tuning in at home, be sure to check out stormco.com.hk for some of the Storm collectible classics and iconic game characters that have been brought back to life. And look at the high quality collectible action figures that you put on your shelf for decoration, etc. Even if you're just a fan, some of the variants that we haven't seen before now in full detail. Shinakuma, one of my favorites on the middle left. Violent Ken, for the very, very first time, also available. Be sure to check them out with the QR code on the top right and get your collectibles going.
Well, we're going to do the right thing and go for an esports break. But when we come back, I'll put this money away. I'm going to buy some stuff at the bar. Drinks are on me. See you shortly.
$1 million on the line. I can't get over it. $1 million. Boom, 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 $1 million on the line. We'll be back in 3 minutes. So TikTok, YouTube, everyone, you guys play any Street Fighter? You guys have any favorites? I live for battle.
The time for battle is here. So duke it out with me.
Shall we begin then? Do you need to take a rest? Do enjoy this.
I'm game if you are.
Next year, $10 billion. Wouldn't that be something?
Footwork sloppy.
Your footwork sloppy.
You're lucky. I'll show you strong.
It's funny that somebody was using this costume in the tournament.
I'll show you the power of my company.
Oof, that's a hot Chun-Li. Hot. I don't like that Honda.
Think you could break my defense?
Whoa. That's Edward Elric's dad. I hate that look. Whoever's in charge of Ken's costume hates Ken. So many times Ken just looks awful. I was supposed to get the Outfit 3 thing from Capcom, and they were giving it out for PlayStation, but they weren't giving it out for Steam for whatever reason. For his Zangief sculpted every nipple. Imagine. Dog. Does Cody count as a Street Fighter character? I feel like Cody's still my favorite, but I don't think he counts as a Street Fighter character. He's originally from Final Fight. Seconds left, and they'll be going up for $1 million. $1 million. As a Capcom creator, they have asked me to go ahead and take a look and stream the stream. So if you're wondering why I'm streaming this, Capcom asked me to, and I obliged because I wanted to watch it anyway.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And of course, if you are lucky enough to have gotten a ticket to this sold-out crowd, you have been in for an amazing show. You've got all kind of prizes. Speaking of prizes, can we get some more talent out here right now, please, for all of our people? My man's James Chin. Please make some noise for everybody. Tasty Steve, St. Cola, all that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely a celebration. And at this point, we are down to our final 6 competitors. One more time.
Competitors.
We're Capcom 10. Poppin'!
He's about to launch some shirts.
Next year,
with
man,
a t-shirt launcher.
Make sure you get your tickets as soon as they drop. The sold out crowd is heavy. Please make sure we throw these t-shirts right now. The people want them. The people want them. Shoot the cannon.
Shoot the cannon. Ready, whoa!
Oh!
What?
Win.
You do not look. Oh
F.
God.
First group F and now the cannon. Do we have the cannon?
Oh.
Come
Yes,
on,
we do.
we need the cannon before we go. We need the cannon. Give me an unloaded cannon, Rob. Let's write the wrong
He
number.
like
Where we going
put
with?
his face
Yes,
straight
sir.
up in that.
Ladies
Okay,
and-
it's not that bad, but still.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get back to our matches. Rest in peace
What?
to our
It's not
competitors.
loading.
Vicious
Looking
and
through the whole
Capcom.
straight in the face.
here, you have to cop, you have to come, because again, Capcom Cup is where it's at. So many prizes to deliver. So many of your favorite players are here, and also the big community vibes. And it ain't nothing without community vibes, and that is for sure. Fish is back on the mic with Jammers. And man, we have our top 6 to go through. But not just that, we're starting back into the losers bracket.
We creep closer and closer to that grand prize here. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick, because we will
All
be
right,
starting
top
back
6.
from this break with
Chat,
DCQ
top-
running it back against another
top
Luke player
6.
in NL. He fell short to Chris Wong, 3-1 in the winner's side. He can make amends here and try and aim for that run back, but this is a tall
Get him
order.
out.
Like
I'm
I
going
said,
for get him out.
NL is very good at understanding the pressure, the psychological mindset of players under conditions like these, and he's been running at people.
Get him out. Get him out is my route.
Sian, and he beat Kawano in the mirror.
My
Now he has a
rooting.
chance
My rooting
to
for.
beat one of the best JPs in the business with DCQ. And if anything, if he watched what happened with Chris Wong and DCQ, with his neutral was getting punished severely by whiffing and
How long does it take
down with a heavy
Capcom
punch.
to come out with a
Take those
character?
punches.
Like
He's got to be careful about whiffing
6
his own normals
months?
and heavy attacks there.
That's truly
Vicious.
it. NL, you gotta take that page book from Chris Wong's Bible of Luke, but it's gonna be DCQ. He's not even gonna give NL a chance to whiff a button or press one for that matter.
As the departure looming over his head there, lets it automatically detonate. It catches him with the brutal spike, and he gets the DI.
I like
Always
that
do
option
it.
select just in case they drop the timing. DCQ, not only the damage, but also the departure right in front. NL, he gets snapped on.
All the top players are doing it, man. And he tried to do a back medium punch for whatever reason. He gets throw bait, and he's actually near burnout here. So all he's got to do is block a normal. There you have it. Puts him in burnout here. He's got regular amnesia. He's got level 1,
What
but
a
he's going to
jump out.
cancel into the level 1.
That
And
was so
2
slick.
year thing.
Even after the launch of the target combo, DCQ was caught mid-air, gets the air reset, and was able to land in time to punish successfully.
that was lucky for him. A happy accident, as we like to call them there. And he has to be very careful. Hopefully he hasn't got PTSD in that mid-range because of what Chris Wong did to him.
Oh, definitely not. Well, actually, maybe. NL, striking first already. Dash up. Checking with a low medium punch. Again, the stop sign of a medium kick. And I like the interruption against the forwards. Heavy punch.
Could have been a frame trap there if he committed to the target combo, but he didn't want to do that. Gets a back throw. He's about to build Super Art 2 as well. Good exchange there with the departure. Here you go. Good conversion. He looks like he's going to go for the full thing.
You gotta set it for level 2.
No,
you have
level
enough
1
damage.
can do it. Level 1
fine,
should do it.
Not enough. Don't let it happen like this. Oh, don't let it happen like this. What did I just say? Does he build enough? No, he dropped the timing. But still, NL on
He's
offense.
one shot.
That's gonna punish the lead.
Here we go.
And of course, the riskiest thing
That
you can ask
hurts.
for. The sweet.
Dude, if that was blocked, that was negative 10. That could still be caught by a
Ed
level 1.
release
Not
it
sure
now.
level
He's
2
still
would've
a
worked,
couple of
because
days
based on-
from
I don't think
release.
the hurt box lingers enough for you to get
You might have
really,
seen
really
some
Well, I mean,
streamers
even
have
level
them
2
already.
basically
They
goes
have
nowhere.
like
It was basically
preview
like the CA in
versions.
Street Fighter 5,
And
that
also
went nowhere
at the
anyway, so
Capcom
it had to
Cup,
be
they
guaranteed
were
punishment.
allowing
DCQ
people
get the
to
first game,
record
what happened against
footage.
Chris Wong? So let's see how NL adapts. He's still whipping that crouch and medium kick.
/ stream footage.
How many times has NL dropped the important flash knuckle sequences?
He gets released
That's
in
twice
2
over. One was
days.
for the game, or the round, no, game winner, excuse me. But this time, starting things off, he had already missed the timing.
Try to feint there, and he gets the parry bait with the back throw. It sets up nice departure, and will let it loom over his head. I like that. NL stop.
Ed is the
Sandblast
third
is going
character
for a
now.
detonation.
You saw movement as the option from DC.
Or is he the fourth?
Out of the way.
He's the
Looks like
third.
jump frames does get
This is
through.
Rashid.
Firing away with the
There's
sandblast. The stop sign from medium kick. Trying to
Poison
find his way
Lady.
through DCQ. No Phantoms inbound just yet.
Outside of certain buttons, DCQ's not prioritizing with punishing Luke's buttons. He's looking for something else.
Doesn't
Arbitrary
matter.
knockdown or something there. And he beat him to the punch. No drive rush cancel. But there it is on block. Resets things to neutral again. He's got to capitalize. Ooh, that was huge.
Talking about capitalized. Again, what is happening? Oh, this is
Medium.
huge.
Aki, yeah.
Don't drop that.
He kept
Don't
it with
drop
this.
the rest of that.
He kept it simple with the sandblaster into the heavy uppercut. Didn't even need the uppercut version there. But again, DCQ
Uppercut.
short in the neutral here. Perfect parry, gets the throw. Has to be laser focused on how he defends, gets the parry, and he's going to side swap and burn him out. This is what's going to happen. He might only need one DI and set up something nasty. There it is. Okay, he's going to have to do the second one. And he sets up something else instead.
I think he's looking for that either way. Yeah, he's going to set him up. Nice! With the switch up on the mix of the target combo.
Here comes the pressure. He's got to guess the ghost, and he guesses
He
correctly.
guessed correctly.
Because that is one of the most
Nice.
deceptive mix-ups for JP in the corner. Beautiful guess. And I saw a down forward heavy punch come out again.
And he ducked last minute jammers.
He didn't want to burn himself out because he wasn't sure if that combo was going to kill him to the level 1. The clutching fist gets the trade.
Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed the crow was coming? DCQ more than ready to take that risk either way. NL with the uppercut already ready for DCQ's approach in the air. This neutral has been so aggressive from the side of NL.
He has indeed. Trapped in the corner, and that was ambiguous. I don't think he knew which side, so he didn't want to
His name is
commit. So
NL,
he
not
takes the light
Gamao.
combo instead.
Gamao is his
He's back
team
to full
name.
Screen. Now he's hit with a medium. He's tried a heavy. Tried to sneak in there with a drive rush light. That was not what he wanted.
And NL tried to pursue afterwards. That was a counter hit from DCQ.
Good fade away. The check there as well. He's gonna set up shop there
Oh,
with
he
the departure
is
and close the gap.
suffering.
I like that he dashed in and walked
Saw
away to see
NL,
what
his little
DCQ
camera,
would
he
do
was
with
like,
that dash. One buffer into
he
level
closed
3.
his eyes
He's
and
gonna get the
everything.
conversion to level 3. That crouching medium.
Frustrated.
Flashing green.
Yeah,
On the
I
other
could
side
be
as well.
frustrated
NL
too.
still trying to chase
Oh,
out
he's
DCQ.
about to
So
lose.
elusive, as we had alluded to earlier.
So you gotta play it really
We
careful.
talked about it. DCQ, one of the toughest to nail it down. And again, that very last delayed tech throw, creating so much space between the two.
Good resilience on defense here. Takes the grab this time round. He can afford that. He's got a colossal
Oh
life.
my! What was that?
He's being patient about it, and NL needs some drive gauge to work before he commits to a drive rush cancel again. He needs a bit, and he's gonna have to deal with this. What's the commitment gonna be? Jumps away.
The defense!
Nice.
So important to get out of that situation. It could have caused him a burnout. Heck, he could have gotten opened up.
That was a masterclass, which means if DCQ gets a conversion, he can't actually get the rounds because he hasn't got level 3 available.
Not even
Hesitate to
trying
answer
to
them.
anti-air.
He's focused on
You know
something
what?
else.
Oh boy. He's focusing on something else for sure.
Still got the level 3, 10 seconds on the clock here. He needs to make a big commitment. And
That is a huge punish counter. What?
comes, and it's going to freeze the timer as well, so it doesn't matter. And it's going to give him the life lead he
That's
needs.
the life
it's not going to
lead.
take the round, but he can back away. He can
4
probably step across the
seconds.
key. DCQ in check as well if he wants. Wait. And he knew DCQ had to take the fight to him, which is why he was completely fine with dealing with that. Safe option, like I said, Sam Blaster could have worked
Coming
there as
after
well.
Ed, we would hope.
He kept
Or
it
did they
fine.
already
Looks like
announce
DCQ
him?
is going to have a change of
Pretty sure
scenery.
they just teased them,
Much
but they
needed,
didn't
but he
announce
does
them
not
or
want to get
confirm
double jeopardy
anything.
by a loop.
I think that was beautifully done from NL with the situational awareness, really containing the possible chaos, considering what DCQ had left in stores with the drive gauge. I think that was the most optimal thing you could have done.
NL,
Not
never
trying to back away, not trying
lose.
to play the timeout,
Except that
forcing
one
the aura
time.
upon DCQ. That was stupendous.
It was sensational indeed. Gets a costume change back to the default. Sometimes a change of attire could do the trick in fighting games. And let's see what happens here. He really has to be careful with his neutral because that's where NL has been beating him most of the time. You can't rest on your laurels in the neutral game either with your zoning game because NL's actually been getting through that.
That's something we haven't seen ring out ever from NL. At least thus far in top 8.
Drive rushes in. He tried to run away. We haven't seen an amnesia yet, so let's see what happens. And he blocks it out for now.
The third one, a little bit too far, a little overzealous on that one. NL trying to reach down below, but DCQ having the whip punish ready.
Walks away. He's trying to wait for some drive gauge to come back while anticipating a perfect parry as well.
Word.
He's going to have to make sure that departure stays on screen. He's only going to get one to connect because the other one disappeared. Chases him down, tries to bait something here. Almost trying to get a throw tech there, but good fade away again. These perfect parries there from DCQ. About to get Lavushka ready. Just weighing it down. Here it comes.
You just called it out. What's the defensive choice?
No, he got hit this time.
Oh,
It's gonna be
no.
conversion into the ODs, the
Awful.
Lagmites, because at some point you're going to capitulate and try and force yourself out of the situation, but sometimes doing nothing is the best option you can do. Throw take there from DCQ. I've got to say, dealing with the strike throw situation, especially after a drive rush cancel block, he's played much better, much more comfortable as opposed to when he was fighting Chris Wong. Maybe it was that first set jitters because they were to kick things off in this top 8.
Man, what a delay on that crouching medium punch after the drive rush. DCQ not even trying to press the button after that.
Just this match alone is 100K.
I love it. Always dashing forward, perfect parry, and he gets the
No,
full
it's too far out. It's way too far out. It's so troublesome for Luke players to get that exact punish counter into a crouching heavy punch because of the pushback on it.
Has no horizontal range or a lack of horizontal range as well.
$100,000 just for this match.
You know? Blaster again, no big risk here from DCQ. He's just waiting to try and respond to what NL does. Takes a grab. He can't take another one. Which is why he's fighting back. Yeah. Bang, bang. Yeah, that will be the round here. NL does have fully
Final
locked and
round.
loaded level 3. DCQ needs that level 2 to be ready and available himself to change things around. Again, he's always been jumping away. You can chase that down with level 1 and level 3. We saw Luke players.
Somebody on
earlier
Twitter
today,
was
but
talking about this, but like
I guess he's picking the opportune moment to
a
do so.
tournament match
So again, he's got to make
is
a
the
choice now,
equivalent to
DCQ.
like
No, is that reversal?
100
Reversal
ranked
parry.
matches
Had to be parry, okay.
online,
Here comes Babushka.
just because it's so much more intense.
Looks like it. Yep, he's gonna keep it
Much
clean.
more is on the
Set up
line,
departure as well. What's the choice from NL? Jumps
and
away.
every move
Decision-making from NL,
really
sniping that out of
counts.
the way. Another level 3 incoming. You already know what it is. That's game 2 in the
Game
pocket
2.
of NL.
It's going to be 6 punches that takes him into the lead in this set. Remember, loser goes home. NL is 2-1 up here.
2-1 up.
Could this be his time?
We're trying to see
Select
fine
character.
annotation coming in from DCQ as we take our time out into the character selection screen. Now, there are
Just
some things
change the color.
NL hasn't really shown us up until this point in terms of his offense. I feel like, again, him prioritizing some of the light pressure, some of the safer pressure, getting some of the real frame traps going and forcing DCQ to make those errors. feel like
I only
that's not
recently
as often up until
found
this
out
point.
what a frame trap is, and I started using it online on Tekken, and it works so well. I didn't know. I didn't know.
And he's trying to keep it neutral as well. And NL's actually been phenomenal at handling the level 2 super art as well, by the way. Checks it out here.
Knocking on the door,
That whoops
Yes,
up.
ah, okay, so he looks like he was going to vacate into the Doctor Strange universe, but he came back and joined us. Forgot his keys.
Forgot his gate. Oh, that was so delayed. DCQ, I can't even imagine what that anti-air attempt was.
Hit him with the hammer of justice there and gets the forward throw. Hits him down with the forward throw again, and he might try to sneak in a third one if he has to, and he tried. He tried to tech.
Doesn't matter though, he managed to get the third spine buster after what could have been kind of disastrous. He did get the
He's being mean now.
throw bait.
He's downloaded him. He's like, alright, I'm just gonna do this and it's over.
Yeah.
Or JP's like, absolutely just, it's over.
Still no amnesia.
This is in his head.
Jump out. He's being very safe with his defensive choices here, DCQ. He's doing things with trepidation at this point. Suppressor blocks it out. He does
He's
not know
just
what to
putting
do.
on the
He does not know
pressure.
what to do.
Dagger as well.
An immense amount of pressure going in. Oh, and he's trying to reverse it, trying to get the distance in, and there goes the super duper. But I don't, that'll give him a, that's not gonna give him a life lead even. But now they're equal. Oh, and there goes another little bit. Just one more throw. One more throw. And that's the match. Oh, he's got to be careful. Keep him in a way. Oh, there we go. Oh. Gonna extend it. He's gonna get it. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. He's gonna get. Oh. That was so close.
He had other ideas. He was mashing after two OD moves were unsuccessful here. It puts DCQ with a little bit of a lifeline. Throw him a bone and he'll take it. Try to check with each other with the crutch.
See now NL's calm down a little bit. Luke is like he's not rushing in as much. Because this is the final round.
Burns himself out.
DCQ is not biting for any of the green stuff right now. These drive rushes have not found any of the options.
Being extremely safe.
DCQ now able to swing a little bit more comfort because of the fact that NL is in this burnout state now. DCQ, he's looking to walk him down.
He's like walking up to him now.
But it's allowing NL to replenish his drive gauge, and it's completely refreshed now. By not doing anything, he actually gave NL a second round of dry stock, and he could have got a button into that.
He maybe thought the spike was going to come in time for the punish count.
He did, and he blocks it out. Sneaks in a throw for 20%.
Departure at the time.
Oh no. I want NL to win.
NL still looking for that drive rush opportunity.
He's getting bombarded.
Almost got it.
Oh, there's only so much he can do.
Can't be too risky with any spike or any jump.
Can he turn it around? Oh, and then remember, if NL gets eliminated from this, I guess. Oh, the throw.
Well-timed dash as well.
Oh no. He's baiting. He's baiting.
Because he'll lose the game if he does it.
He's out, yeah, he's just trying to clear
Oh,
the
he's
distance.
just being super careful.
He is so shook right now. And the
Micro
patience.
walk back again. Saves the day. DCQ still in the game.
Oh, it's gonna be really
What
close.
a decision to micro walk back.
The
This is
determination
really close.
after having throws blown up earlier in the set, he said, I am not doing this. I will be tenacious in this regard. And again, because if he makes that mistake, he's out of the tournament. And
Yeah,
we saw NL
if
try and take
it
advantage
is
of
the
that with
last
those
round.
arbitrary dashes, catching that grab, and he thought he could condition him into doing something else. But he said, I am not biting.
Not at all, by the way. There were so many moments where I was so certain DCQ is like, you gotta throw out a normal there, brother. You gotta throw. You gotta do something.
No.
Even maybe movement.
Too
but
much
the right movement that he did pick was that micro step back in that mid range. Beautiful type of DCQ. Dude, got a good head on his shoulders, man.
That's why these players at the highest level have to make these chief executive officer decisions. And there's our first amnesia, but he's going to successfully deal with it. Walks away. Low on drive.
I want NL to win.
Come out once again. Oh, check me with that medium kick.
I feel like JP is gonna win, but I want NL to win.
As we were talking about,
This is elimination. This is $1 million on the line.
NL's always dashing after the departure's placed above his head, just to remove that factor just for a split second before he goes back to see how DCQ reacts. So right now that crouching medium punch with malicious intent. Not before DCQ gets his conversion. He's low on drive gauge here. And he needs to play a zoning game while NL is actually trying.
oh, what an empty jump that could have been so severe against NL.
No counter hit there. Has to take the grab. What's the choice? DCQ. Wakes up with a button. He tried
What's
to get a
the
strike on, but didn't
choice?
come out. Don't bait anything. Whoa. I think he caught him walking forward just
I think-
for a pixel. I think he caught
I don't know what happened there.
Second time we've seen DCQ try to walk down
Alright,
NL.
this is game point for NL.
Just a little bit too antsy.
But he couldn't walk away either because there's nowhere to go to because he was trapped in the corner. So he's going to get the conversion into the
$1
stalagmite.
million on the line. NL has to win this round to stay in. Right now, whoever loses gets eliminated.
Loki's there, spine buster, that's one. Dash up normally.
Nah, he's not taking it. He tried to get out and he anticipated
A
the jump out
reversal.
there, and he's still firm in his ground.
Another
He's gonna try to escape a different
throw.
way.
He's being aggressive now. Oh no, it's gonna be over. It's gonna do it. And that's it. It's over. NL continues and is going to go for the $1 million. Oh, how nice.
It's so tough to see it go down the way
That
it
was
does.
bullying. That was bullying.
For the amount of practice that
Goes
they've had,
to the
the
next
growth they've had with
stage.
each other, league after league,
Wouldn't that be great?
it's insurmountable, man. This experience,
Even if you lose right now, you get 100K, $100,000.
It looked extremely shaky. But when you're playing as JP and you have such phenomenal tools, an abundance of tools to work with in that toolbox, it's hard to pick the right one against the hammer of
Hard to
justice
pick the
sometimes.
right one.
Just that strong.
They used to say JP was really overpowered.
So again, we saw things.
And I still think he is, but he seems much less
I
overpowered.
sense hesitation, I sense reluctance in that gameplay, but he found his confidence back.
Dumb cheese would take you to 100K.
But still, he was
I'd
fighting
take
from the
it.
corner the vast majority of the time.
The
really well, and
vast
to be honest, NL
majority.
was tightening up the screws, right? How often do we see a heavy normal whiff or whiff punish, to be fair? But yeah, he hadn't whiffed any of those big heavy normals that we were used to seeing him do. Kind of maybe try to go for a counter pull. He's kept it nice and tight majority of the times, especially after the straight of light. And if he gets the stagnant, he's looking for majority of the time DCQ to flinch. But
We used to be JP Spam King.
What I found interesting.
Oh, the hammer of justice. That's got to be renamed, right? It
Yeah,
has to be.
shout out to Ending Walker, he told me that name.
Till people
But
learn
what I
Kimberly.
noticed as well is when DCQ was trapped in the corner, it was much
Unfortunate.
more difficult. It was such a Herculean task to get out of
Unfortunate.
the corner as opposed to when NL was getting out of the corner, because you just weren't sure and you were so frightened about his damage output converting from anything and anywhere. Remember, his crouching medium punch and crouching medium dry brush cancel. Your crouching medium hit isn't. It can pester the opponent, it can back them, but it doesn't get you the full conversion you want. And sometimes when he did get the counter hit, the punish counter, he
So
didn't
what,
get the
we
counter.
we have the top 5 people right now.
Again, so you see it right here. Wasn't biting. That looked like a delayed backdash or
It's
jump.
like playing
Something
Ken.
happened there.
I like Ken and Ryu, but in Street Fighter 4 I mained Cody. I found Cody really fun because he had a sliding attack that if somebody Hadoukened, it looked like it would hit me, but he phased through it, and it was really fun to do that all the time. And get those Hadouken spams. Hadouken, just slide through. Pop, pop, pop.
Now we gotta change it up too.
Pop, pop, pop.
Char versus Gachi-kun. All right, all right.
Okay.
2, 3, and 5. I've only played
Rashid,
2, 3, and
still doing the
4,
business.
and now
And
6.
Gachiken, now he's got a wealth of experience in this matchup.
No doubt.
Okay.
Sakonoko as well, but yeah, Moke has been like the #1 target for Japan.
They've played various others as well. I think
The 5 I guess I skipped, and 1 is a weird Nintendo game that doesn't count.
Because again, Rashid's mid-screen game, it's decent, but it's not his forte. He's supposed to whiff punish and counter poke you and send you straight to the corner with an eagle spike. Chun-Li, she dictates the neutral because her buttons do half the work for her. Once you're in the corner, it's a little bit of a different story. LeShar has got enough experience in this matchup facing Gachiken himself and other Rashids. We'll see how it goes.
He had enough space to actually get the slide.
Good
Like, 20
old
frames
golden
first, right?
ram.
Because the Koken's slow, you can get the run start up and then dash up under it.
I was just very
Cammy
surprised
wins
of the
because
season.
I
Cammy
want to see how Gachiken
and
forces LeShar to
cosplayers
try and parry or even try and
automatically.
force-
Word, he does it a bunch.
He's always struggling. He's always trying to react to an airborne
You know-
movement, not checking what it is.
I feel like you can kind of treat that as like a delayed jury dive kick, which is what Uma had been doing to LeShar to catch a Tensho kick.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention as well. The good call on that. And he's going to burn
Chun-Li
himself
also
here.
has good cosplayers, sure, yeah, yeah.
And a perfect parry stays in front. Someone did a tech video on that, and he's going to interrupt with a level 2. And that could be the round.
Bring Cody back. I would like that.
On LeShar, and even if it didn't kill, he still had a safe jump in the pocket.
Cloud back.
Drive rushes in, round start.
Wins
There's a
Cloud.
cancel as a rebuttal there from
I want Tifa for Tekken. Please. Please, Harada, give us Tifa. She would fit so well. Give me Majima as well.
Oh, either way, that round was clipped as a punish counter.
That's the first heavy kick I've seen from LeShar in a little
I
while.
agree,
That's
yeah.
not in a combo.
Every time we ask for guest characters in Tekken, I feel like we're basically just wanting a Tekken style Smash Brothers.
Just holding the parry there as well. Probably waiting for a jump.
Decided not to buy a PS5 for the new FF. Same. I feel like old me would have, but I think once we got remake, it like popped the bubble for me of the anticipation of like years of wanting the game, and I think I'm okay with waiting for the PC release.
This is the interesting thing.
I'm gonna be avoiding. I'm gonna be avoiding all the spoilers and such, but I think I'm good at
No
waiting.
doubt. That is an historic normal. That blows up
I bought a
every record.
PS4 for Final Fantasy VII
Contender number 2 for
and Monster Hunter
maybe jury,
and Bloodborne,
No, not all right.
Listen, he has to be meticulous with his
and that's
space.
really it. I didn't really play any other games on my PS4,
Actually, it's what is it? Like 7 frames?
and the only one that stayed on PlayStation was Bloodborne.
I guess I was wrong.
It's a drive rush cancel there.
We know Bloodborne's gonna get a PC
This is what I mean.
port
Keep trying to
someday.
got a challenge there. The angle on the drive gauge. Hasn't risked the jump yet either because LeShar's been throwing out some dangerous Kokokens.
I would like the second Street Fighter versus, yeah.
What was it, the crouching heavy
I would like, yeah, Tekken versus Street Fighter. That was supposed to come out, but they canceled it.
again?
They canceled it.
Back Tensho decisions. I think that's fine, at least for the life advantage that he had up until
Still
this
got
point.
his supers to defend him, and that was a frame trap there. Might be the true block shake
And switched. My niece got a PS4, so we switched when Final Fantasy came out. I see.
Okay, Super Rashid kick, Gachikun in the first round of game number 2, LeShar. I like the idea.
That's
2
funny.
jabs to a super, maybe a third jab is what he
Here
was
you
going
go.
for either way.
Yoink. You don't need that. Have this.
Still trying to do a low forward. He's getting whip punished in the process. With his own crouching medium kick.
2 to 3. 3 out of 5. First to 3.
Quite just yet.
Basically.
Protect there from LeShar.
I thought it would be from here.
Now, he needs the space, but LeShar's not going to give it to him because he's going to push him right back where he came from. Set up something nasty.
Out of these two people, yeah, I'd root for Chun-Li. I'm with you. I don't know these guys, but I'm rooting for Chun-Li.
Yes, sir, gets a full-on conversion.
Good choice because it makes enough space instead of pursuing the knockdown instead. That was the wrong choice. That was the wrong choice. There was not enough space and there was not enough time.
Oh, it's 2 rounds.
The Hazanshu
Win 2 rounds, and first to win 3 games.
is the scoreline.
Ooh. Looks like the play, LeShar Beating out Gatsukun 2 times over already. Nearly 50% gone.
Got firm it.
In the throw range. Does get the throw. You see the counter hit. Counter hit again. No conversion. The handshake of doom. Again, how often has he been clipped trying to anti-air Gatsukun?
I think he might have to let a jump go at some point, but Gatsukun doesn't have to change from gear 1. Gets the conversion into the light eagle spike. That is perfect parry.
It's fine. It's fine for Gatsukun.
Yeah, he recovered in time. That was hella active for a little while.
I'm so jealous at
Almost got trade. He used to
these players that can just get perfect parries all the time.
He's going to build level 2 in time. No. Gotta get throw bait. Hold it down here. He's about to build a hurricane, but not unless the Shard takes it from him, and that was negative. What was that?
That was light, was it not?
Yeah. Should that have worked anyway? He can lose the red from this.
He's one hit.
He get the Arabian sky high, and it should get the kick.
Oh no.
There you have it.
There he is. There's your guy.
Takes the round.
You called and he delivered.
Hey, listen, man, he's optimal. I'm just the backup dancer. Light eagle spike into the overhead conversion. Takes it straight to the corner. Is he going to set up an overhead this time round? No, that looks nasty, but there was an overhead.
I was trying to look at the frame data from Chun-Li. I could have sworn that was a standing jab.
I'm pretty sure he
what
was,
a whiff punish, dear God.
Is he going to side switch for the mix-up though, or take the spacing? He's going to take the quarter carry with the heavy spinning bird kick. What a bait. Bad kick. Will Gachi confirm it or try and escape after this Tensho kicks? He will firm it.
Man, the Serenity stream is so tough to even try to play defense again because Lashard is given so many different types of looks. Gachi, we talk about his impeccable defense, not quite in level 2 territory. He could set it up.
He's got to back away. Yeah, he's fine. From here, he's fine.
Oh, it's going to be close again. Oh no.
He still found a way to sneak in the standing jab. Getting the full conversion into the handshake.
Sometimes you have to be obstinate and take the fight to Rashid and surprise him, even if it costs you. And he gets that conversion. Overheads, trying to run away, didn't quite work out, so a safe jump setup is coming. Is he going to keep it an empty one, or is he going to go? Keeps it empty.
I would be so frustrated.
So wait. I'm waiting there. Lower drive gauge coming, so he can't afford to do a drive rush cancel at the moment. He needs to do another conversion. Wow. Yeah, he couldn't get a sweep from there. He definitely could have done the roundhouse.
Too easy.
Well.
He needs a level 2 to surefire this victory.
The Shard, not gonna go down without a fight. Oh, Tensho.
This is good.
Way to make Gachi-kun honest off of that drive rush. You already know what time it is. So 10 Ranka. The damage, significant. Gachi-kun sitting on 2 bars as well. What's going to be the situation?
If he sacrifices level 1, he's not going to get level 2. He wants level 2 in some space. I don't think Lashard's going to give it to him. I don't think Lashard's going to give it to him. This is it.
There you go.
To me, it looked like he prioritized saving Yasar to turn this around, because if he gave up with Super Rashid kick, it would have been much more
last one for Chun-Li.
But it's 2-1 hit to Lashard.
This is a loser, yeah, this is loser brackets. Whoever, if Chun-Li wins,
he probably still would have been alive,
Rashid is out.
And he does get Odie spinning mixer instead.
He gets to have some tissues and $100,000 in his pocket.
Low forward, low, yeah, but he didn't want to drive rush cancel. You don't want to commit to an eagle spike. It's not going to hit.
It's fair.
Nice. I forget that special cancelable her touching short. But he's still getting a lovely conversion here. He should set up a safe
aggressive.
That's so deep. Excellent decision. Yo, Gachi-kun, a slight delay on the back door. Now forward, moving on in there. He is in the green.
No, he's reversing it. All the grabs.
Oh, and that's going to be the round. What a timely choice with the
if he doesn't drop it. And he didn't drop it. I guess we shouldn't be. I shouldn't be expecting it to be dropped, but I always expect a drop.
His reign, whether it was on the winner's side, now on the loser's side. The former Capcom Cup.
Why isn't there? There's salty bets. They go to salty bets.
Not set up anything. Try to get a mix up there. You do go behind the opponent if it's on quick rise.
Usually they're streaming the tournaments like these.
He has to. And he's got to use it. He's got to use it now. Oh my! And he gets the full hits as well, because there's still one hit lingering, and he should be able to take this round as well. He's got to do the whole thing, and he
dropped it. It's so difficult to get to the last second.
I don't remember.
The throw, even after the scramble, got screwed with the full composure and the presence of mind to get the throw against Lashard.
Or are they not a thing anymore? It could be that they're not a big thing anymore. Salty bets.
Trade. Uh-oh, this is huge.
This is more than huge. This is Song 10 Ranka territory. The damage significant again. I was gonna do the whole line.
I mean, I wouldn't OD spinning mixes to get out here if I were you. You got away, yeah, you got away. Gets the back throw. He's gonna set up the whirlwind. Gotta do it.
Oh no, they're not.
Overhead connects.
They should definitely should. They used to. I guess they only did Evo to technically. This isn't on their radar. His own currency? Yeah.
He's playing too fast. He's playing a little bit too
Who
fast.
wants to use real currency?
He doesn't want to burn himself out here, Vicious. Last legs here for Gachiken.
You could lose a lot of money.
That mic goes out.
Super Rashid kick keeps Gachiken alive.
Wow.
We spoke about this before.
Oh, it's gonna be an elimination. This is it. Elimination round. Or elimination match. Whoever gets kicked or die, whoever loses here, that's it. They go home.
Lightning kick straight to the corner, misses the lightning legs. I think he misjudged the spacing there to put them in the corner. That's exactly it.
With 100K. And always wonder if they could have gotten the $1 million. God, every single button they're pressing right now has to be nerve-wracking.
Oh, that was mad far for sure.
Like, absolutely nerve-wracking.
No reaction from Gachiken.
It's the clip. Almost level 2 is here. Can he get a grab yet? Now he can throw out the whirlwinds.
This is so tough. Rashad, what's the defensive choice gonna be
I
like?
hate that. Oh no!
You thought I was gonna use the whirlwind, but drive impact, and that's the first one from him in this set.
You sneaky man.
What a time to bring it out as well, and he's gonna send it straight to the corner with the
Chun-Li gonna lose.
And Rashad's gotta make a defensive choice. He's gonna block it out now.
Important tech, Lashar letting the fireball do its thing. Yes,
Ooh,
sir.
nice.
Because he could create that space, but he dropped a significant juggle. No space created. Gachiken still has the upper hand. He has the drive gauge to work with. He does have a little bit more estate to push Lashar into this corner.
Lashar needs a conversion to level 2 of some sorts to get it out, and Gachiken is low on drive gauge. Watch out for his
Bing,
fire.
bing, bing.
He's got great
It's insane pairing.
Burn him out here. Does he get the burn out?
He tried to walk backwards. The burnout is there. It could be there against Lashar.
There's a throw. Oh no, it's looking like it's over for Chun-Li soon. He's pushing real hard. It's gonna putting him in the corner. That's gonna be it. Just a little bit. Oh, eliminated.
It was a throw bait that gets it into the double drive rush cancel combo.
Good, good.
It's still in the tournament.
What an outcome.
But the kid went to the tournament to play all these other games. There was a big dinosaur, I think. He had a brother with him, and maybe a sister. His arch nemesis was like the Nintendo glove. I think you're thinking of the Wiz, but I'm not sure.
Young man from Korea. You could see it here. His performance these past couple of days has been outstanding, and he actually showed a fair bit of it. He's illustrated us not only
Pretty
today,
sure it's the
but
Wiz.
the group stages as well. I'd say his biggest strength was the ground game, like we were talking about before. He was getting the crouch medium kick drive rush conversions. He was getting everything necessary. But then again, when he set up the safe jumps, 9 times out of 10, Gachiken was getting the perfect parry.
Or maybe it was Wiz Kid.
And as well, he actually handled his defensive choices really well.
Wiz
the game
game
as James Hansen
tournament.
probably say, the wind condition is what will change everything around. He handled it for the most part.
He really did. I think majority of the times, yeah, I think he had.
It was something with Wiz, or maybe it was Wizard. Was it Wizard?
For Lashar on defense, right?
The Wizard, maybe, I think is what you might be thinking of. I could be wrong.
It really does hurt him. It's kind of intimidating. But Gachiken really stepping up above and showing that stellar defense that he's really known for. And again, man, Lashar is an absolute machine off of these stand jab conversions.
Dude,
It had Mario 3 in it.
there, I'm telling you, even if Rashid's
At least that's the one I'm thinking of.
He can perform some wizardry in there and turn things around, which he did there, and the temerity to do that DI, but it's actually strategical as well. Because I've
The wizard.
made you so scared of the level 2, you're not going to expect a DI, because even if he reacted with a DI back, he would have had to adjust his combo, and guess what? If you side swap, you jump into the whirlwind. If you convert, you jump into the whirlwind. You don't need that. You don't want that.
I did misspeak on Lashar's age. Definitely not a kid.
Pairings and
Sure, man.
art.
He's a grown man.
I mean, 24 years young.
That's old enough. He's a grown man.
Some people will still call him a kid. But,
Just
you know,
me. Just me.
maybe. Anyway, no, listen, we're having a fantastic time. Hopefully you guys are having
Remember
a
when
fantastic time.
24 was
Make sure
old?
you share out the stream, twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. We've got a rambunctious crowd in the back. Hopefully you guys enjoying the action at home but with us or joining us here as well, because it's been beautiful.
We're down to our top
Beautiful.
4, Jammers. This is going to be the money match part of the top 4, man. Who is going to be our very, very first millionaire? What's up, Jammers?
Remember we were talking about this like 8 months
Back
ago.
in my day.
We'll talk about it after the break. But what we got to do is we got to thank one of our
teaser.
sponsors as well. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. But again, much love to Pagoda being our official food sponsor. Like we said, you can't find
Pagoda.
your cravings. If you got the munchies, if you need a snack, Pagoda is available around the bar. You can see it crush your
I
cravings
want
with
some
those Pagoda
Pagoda.
snacks. And they are here. They've been sponsoring us and supporting us since the LC.
I would be watching right at the bar.
That Rob maybe eats them for a week. Anyway, but we are here. Much love to Pagoda. The staff here have been amazing. But yes, we're going to take another esports break and get ready for our final 4 players in this bracket.
The top
When we come
4.
back, it will be winners final. Chris Wong.
And 24 used to be old. We're old. We're all old now. Get all these t-shirts in game. I can't get into the custom character fighting in that game. Not to mention that it's just really ugly character creation. I like that they tried something there, but it just doesn't feel good.
Red Bull Kumite, New York.
Red Bull Committee, New York.
See nothing, I can spend this back to service. Throw me in the rain, let me do my thing. Got the heavy deal, fight through the pain when I'm in the zone. I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't stop. Until I'm in the top, see the bottom seats watch. They almost see me flop, but I'm stepping on them, watch, let them watch.
Born ready to fight. This is my moment. Coming for it all, just show me my opponent. Wanna be great, I'm a legend in the making. And this is mine for the taking.
Cause I got what it takes to be on top. I'm number one cause I don't stop.
Hard gas, no brakes, high stakes.
I don't act tough to the tussle, let them fold ya. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on top.
20 seconds. Join the official community. I'm a P on the top. Number 1 spot. Capcom Cup wallpaper. That's some nifty wallpaper.
Well, we're down to our
TBH.
top 4, and guess what? We've reached 6-figure territory, ladies and gentlemen. We are gearing up to
Six-figure
see
territory.
our very, very first champion. Damn, that's a lot of cash. But listen, I need help with my student loans, so hook a brother up. Vicious back at it again with Jammers. I don't know what you just did, but I'll tell you what, you need to put the money down. That's for the players.
6 figures.
Professional here. We're going to try and do that. But yes, down to our last 4 combatants
For
here
losing
at
now.
Capcom Cup 10. We had an amazing
You lose,
performance
you
there
get
from the
6
start. He now vacates the
figures.
building, but this is what the bracket is looking like right now. It is an all-Asian representation here. Chris Wong, Uma, NL, and Gakchi-kun. 2 Lukes,
Gakchi-kun.
1 Jury, 1 Rashid.
I want NL to win.
Loving the
I'm rooting for NL.
Our champion that had qualified
In
for
this
the
one,
Flying French Premier,
Chris Wong.
representing Asia East for the region that he participated in. Again, Hong Kong versus Taiwan in our
Though
grand
I like
final
Jury.
finals. This is going to be emphatic. Luke versus Jury. Your thoughts on the matchup thus far, Jammers, as it's been unfolding? We talked about how often these two characters have been facing off against each other on the stage.
I think these 2 characters are some of the best at harassing you with medium attacks, especially being fearful of them. Jury on block and hit. Luke, the same thing, but Luke has to force a strike throw situation. Jury has a +2 on block. Luke doesn't, I believe. The interesting thing will be is if Uma wants to use the fireball, how will Chris Wong try to respond? Because he doesn't really have an anti-projectile tool outside of level 1. It could be parries instead. We've got to test Uma's reactions as well towards Drive Rush. We saw Chris Wong try to do that there with the suppressor.
I think if I were to get more into Street Fighter, I'd want a hitbox
Dishing out the damage, opting to go for the advantage, and a little bit
controller.
of a stutter, delay on the crouching jab with everything. But now Chris Wong has a lot of room to work with to build up some of that drive gauge. You know Uma's going to be stepping on the gas every single time to close that gap significantly.
Well, he's got to be careful when he throws the fireball and tries to drive rush after it, because if Chris Wong tries to get perfect parry or walk forward, yeah, he can actually try and check the drive rush, the subsequent drive rush, I should say. But he gets an abundance of damage there into the backdash, but no punish there from Uma. Oh, okay, that works.
That was a juggle.
Okay, impromptu juggle there.
Wow.
Jury, so strong.
Improvised, worked out. And he misses his, yeah, he missed something. That
The
was
racing rig,
execution
like
error from Chris Wong.
the entire
On his facial expression when he
like
makes an execution error.
whole
That's the second time he's done that.
everything around you
Even within the top 8.
car racing rig thing.
Okay, trading with the fireball and then the chase down there into the conversion for the level 1, which puts Chris Wong in a dangerous spot. Unless he has other plans.
Who's more dangerous? The person applying the media or the person who's
Mini
loaded
rig,
with
the clamp, seal death.
All those years ago.
He was. I still think he is.
Good block.
Oh,
he
nice
anticipated
pedals.
it. He probably tried to bait something else
I have
there,
a
but
friend
Uma
that
thought he was looking to
went
do
in.
something else. That's why he went to the anti-throw
Got
tool.
one recently.
Oh, man, that was such a
So
sharp
she hasn't
angle.
told me how she likes
Get
it
the other
yet.
way, he's not going to drive reversal. He can't, and he did a delayed jab. He was anticipating that, understanding the situational awareness, and he
You
will catch
thought
him.
you could let the fireball ring with a level 3? If there's anything that's anti-fireball, it is definitely that.
Well, he's still alive here. What's the risk going to be from Uma? He's still in Feng Shui, by the way, so he can take advantage of this, but it's about to completely dissipate. Backs away, and he's low on drive gauge. No resources left in the tank, so he goes for a dive kick
Oh,
instead.
no.
And he's trying to avoid the chip.
Okay.
He was trying to avoid a chip scenario, and Chris Wong, I'm telling you, his situation awareness and understanding when people want to do something and bait something from him, he's not biting, man.
He's not biting. He's not biting.
Had Uma gone for just anything on the ground, he would have gotten OD uppercut for his trouble, and he possibly would have died from chip.
Takes the grab one time, walks into the fireball there, playing it safe, gets a punish. He's been actually handling those Fuha stores really well. There's the Tencent Rin anti-air.
Great control thus far in the corner from Uma.
Okay,
Nice
gets the
drive
drive reversal.
reversal.
An offensive one at that as well. Keep him marshaled in the corner. You gotta be careful with whiffing some of those buttons, man. Chris Wong is pouncing and ready. He'll burn himself out if he has to.
And I like the presence of mind for Chris Wong just to throw out some of the sandblasters while Uma created space after that roundhouse. But now, again, the big risk paying off.
These have been out of character uppercuts. They've actually been successful thus far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not used to seeing Chris Wong play
200k for this
but
match.
he doesn't want to be trapped in the corner for too long while his dry gauge is still regenerating. Checks him out. There you go. Save cancel.
Perfect. Gets the
Oh, and he he got
How
him.
often have we seen that? We've seen Nephew do that a couple of times.
And now, that could have been the round.
That
Did he
was
commit?
it. Uma did not commit to the rest of that string. That was a counter hit as well.
He's got a guess for game, and he blocks. He's still got level 1. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try and do that level 1 against the Sandblaster again. Chris Wong is highly attentive towards that, and this is what I was talking about.
No, look at that. Oh, that was robbed. Oh, he was robbed. Oh, I don't have my time. Oh, yeah, I do. I think I do have it set up. That was
not
he was
the
robbed.
best happy accident we'll probably get at the tournament. I don't know what to tell you, mate. How about that? Vulcan Blast not doing it.
Dang it.
Because one of the best five.
I'm too slow on the buttons.
Saving the day for Uma. Chris Wong now. He could be belligerent here. He could
I
still
want
be
to see
calm,
that
stick
real
to
quick.
Plan A because he didn't play bad in that set.
Not at all.
It's just that fate was not in our hands. The game just had other ideas.
Sometimes the game wins for you. It's not in your control.
He was robbed. That was less than 1 HP left.
Again, that fireball hasn't been the bane of his existence, but it's played an integral part thus far. Speaking of which,
back-to-back punish counters from Uma, making the right choices.
DI, wall splat. Big damage here for Chris Wong. Is he going to uppercut again or leave it? No, he tried to escape this time round, but it's still not working out. We've got to change up the option. Takes a ground throw.
Also checking with the heavy punch in case Chris Wong tried to leave again with movement with the perfect parry.
The confidence to even do that. What he was doing against DCQ before, and he tried.
That's not what he wanted at all, but it's totally fine. It put him in a very awkward situation. Now Uma, Chris Wong does get the big punish counter. Tencent Ring close to burnout.
He's trying to chase him down as well. Yeah, he tried to cover his approach so he can actually try and burn him out with a button instead. Didn't quite work out. And now Chris Wong's been slippery. That was such a bad fireball. That was an unfortunate fireball. He thought Uma was going to stay feet firmly planted on the ground there, but it didn't work out. Not because of the intensity of the situation.
I should have listened to my Kuma brain.
Connected on the latter act 2 frames, and it did. No charge on the light flash knuckle.
A little bit too close.
Such a bad fight. A $200,000 bad fight.
Damage is damage, and speaking of, now Uma tries to advance a little bit.
Trying to wake up with an option here, and then gets the grab. Uma hasn't done a DP yet, and he's going to actually go under the Sandblaster again with the Super Art 1 and chase him down because he has to stay hot on that drive
you
gauge.
don't.
And a perfect parry. Optimization's coming through.
One more sequence, even after this throw. Chris Wong, he's going to be in hot pursuit after the... What in the world? He still managed to sneak in that crouch jab as Uma.
Uma doing the business here. Low on drive gauges, Chris Wong, unless he gets a conversion with the
There
saving
you
grace.
go. There you go, Chris Wong.
To get the round, he will do so. And he still preserves his level 3.
Can I change my character?
Down there, good perfect parry into the surprise
I want to
throw.
be on Uma's
Still looking for a
side.
hit confirmed as Chris Wong on one of those mediums.
Oof. Confirm off of that. Crouch medium punch doing all the work right now. Opts for the damage, dashes up, creates that space. Now we're back mid-screen. A Sandblast to the ring out. Uma, he's challenged with the fireballs, but Chris Wong now he is encroaching on that space where it's awkward for the mediums to connect.
I like that he's moved closer as well because you can't do the level 1 at that range. You can't humanly react to that unless you're superhuman. Shouts to Nephew for even showing me that in the
I mean,
first
if he
place.
does it, I feel like I wouldn't be too surprised because he's on the grand stage right now.
Backs away. I thought he was going to go for a grab there, but Chris Wong gets the delayed jab, and he's respecting that fireball and creates some space for Uma to work with until he checks a drive rush. And I think he's going to have to convert into level 3. Let's find out.
You already know it.
Time to go to
So this
work.
isn't going to kill necessarily, but it leads for a very, very tough situation for Uma to even combat out against.
Uma's got to play it safe here because even if he makes a defensive choice, it might not work out. Oh, and there's a parry.
No.
Oh.
Not here. He's still got parry on
Ooh, he's
deck.
one hit. He's one hit.
This could be disastrous.
Think he could do it?
Into the Feng Shui
Nah.
engine.
There's no way. What the heck? Yeah, there's not.
He's so ridiculous when it comes to his game sense.
1-1.
He's fully aware
1-1.
of what Uma wants to
1-1.
entice him with. He's like, you know what? No buy.
I don't blame him for that Feng Shui because Chris Wong was in the ambit in terms of drive gauge, and we talked about how really
Uma's just like
harassing you and inflicting that drive gauge damage really flustered you to make it a choice. He tried to opt for a jump, sneaking some damage beforehand.
It's alright. You'll be okay. You'll get $200,000.
Got the round there. And off to a fine start here is Uma in this third game. Okay, gets the 3-piece into the uppercut.
Uppercut.
Drive reversal, keep it offensive. What a
call out. Oh, but he missed the flash knuckle. Interesting.
No, let's see. Even Uma is not on a team from the looks of it, which means that he's not going to get team charged for his winnings.
Gets a two-piece and then the DI, and he's going to keep it meatless.
So he gets to keep even more of that money. Though he is paying for all the expenses, so.
Plenty of times over throughout the set. The one time Chris Wong had that intuition to maybe neutral jump, gets blown up for it.
But I think he was actually still looking for a throw stubbornly.
Yeah.
But it just worked out for him, and he gets a drive impact against Chris Wong's sequence. And here comes the Feng Shui engine. He can look to burn him out here. And there it is. Chris Wong still has a level 1 if he doesn't get this wrong.
Good block on the overhead. Tried to steal his turn back though. That was a counter hit.
Still threatens the stun because he's in level 2 and it's about to completely evaporate that bar.
It's the third time over. Uma's lock control in the corner. But he recovers
Nani?
so well. What was that noise?
Yo.
What was that noise?
Throw, not doing it. Be careful.
Perfect.
When have we ever seen that from Chris Wong? The Rift Fierce. Uma keeping it calm, getting the light.
Remember, he's feeling the pressure here. They're playing for a better position to earn themselves a boatload of cash. So even
$1
then,
million
multiple
in cash.
multiple warehouses, maybe. I don't know.
If anything.
There's a plethora of options. Maybe a treasure trove. Who knows?
Maybe not in California.
I know the rent's high here, but
We can talk about that median later. Anyways.
backs away, and then a perfect parry there, and gets the delayed crouching medium punch, and he will flash knuckle his way to the corner.
Life-changing money.
I respect that he didn't try and check that there, but he gets the snapback target combo into the delayed jab, OD flash knuckle.
Flying uppercut still gets the advantage. 10-10 rin OD from Uma.
Is that the first one?
I don't think it's the first one.
My recollection, it could have been, but these matches happen so fast, and he gets the drive rush cancel off the first hit, the stand medium kick, because if that was the second hit, I don't think he would have been able to special cancel. So he got that. Fireball away, keeps him in block stun for a little amount of time with that early sandblaster.
So intimidating from this space, right under the timer, right? That's exactly where you want to be to keep that control against the opponent.
Oh no! He blocked it out. He's still got. They've both still got supers. Please do not be. Please don't leave with your fireballs. Please. Oh my word. Please, I'm scared.
I'm scared for you. You're
One wrong fireball and you guys are done. He's gonna chip him out.
To be fair, dude, how many times did Chris Wong throw out that fireball? He was showing he was gonna have the courage to intimidate Uma with that. He had level 2 loaded. He had 2 level 1s loaded, I should say.
Intimidation was the correct word for that scenario here, and he beats him to the punch with the crouching medium punch over Jury's standing hard punch.
Just within the range to get the perfect sequence.
Ooh, he got a crouching medium kick. He got the right read on wake up, but didn't commit to the cancel. So Chris Wong is going to punish him for his troubles.
For his troubles.
You saw the awareness too, the parry, just in case the safe jump scenario off of the jump fierce.
I love he backed away out of respect for that fireball. Still could do something here. One check, one crouch medium punch. We'll close out this round.
Medium punch.
There it is.
You are truly Nostradamus, I gotta say. That was actually beautifully placed for Chris Wong. The timing immaculate yet again in terms of the placement of the crouch medium.
It's the patience Chris Wong exudes in general, but because the fireball's there, it's like he's comfortable with the timing, waiting for it to evaporate right in his face, and he knows that Uma is in a
Why
position
does it
where he
always
wants
go
to
to
throw out
2-2?
blocks. So you try and challenge that, and as Rins would like to say, the money button is doing its work. It's getting paid overtime with this money in front of us here, but I'm telling you.
So what happens now? We're stuck at 2-2 between Chris Wong and Uma. Do you think there's going to be a little
So
bit
whoever
of
gets
change
eliminated
of
here
progression?
gets sent to a loser's
It
bracket,
could
which
be,
gives
but
them
it's
one
hard
more
to read
chance.
Chris Wong's wake up.
Ah, you know, wait! What had
Oh,
happened?
well, okay, here comes the perfect parry party game. Here we go.
Perfect parry.
I got him questioning the delayed buttons there instead of delayed throw tech. Either way, it
Imagine.
works out. I love that he throws out the OD sandblaster to stop
He just
the
starts
fireball.
perfect parrying absolutely everything.
Staggered pressure here. Chris Wong, make your choice, and he's still blocking it out here before he has to take a risk. Perfect parry.
Side switch?
No.
No, he's going to go for the damage. He usually does when you watch his YouTube clips.
Well, now we're in Capcom Cup. There's a lot of money on the line.
Wow.
Oh, is that? That's -3 on block, so he's fine at that range there. Luckily, he didn't go for an immediate tap parry after that block roundhouse.
And that was the beginning of it too, so it is cancelable.
He
off
should
that
have burnt
standing medium.
He should have burnt himself out and gone for the level 1. I hope he doesn't rue that decision.
Brew today.
And Chris isn't flinching.
Boy. Still low on drive gauge. Here's Chris.
He's chilling. He's looking for a moment to cancel.
He's
Uma
super
building
chilling.
his gauge right back up. The dash! She moves so
Disrespect.
quickly that if you blink, it's pretty much over and done with. But one of the fastest dash speeds in the game, taking full advantage of that. I don't think we've seen that option up until this point.
Boy, it's good. Ultra David talks about all the time. Glad that the high-level players do not get caught by suppressing that fashion anyway. Well, it changed my thought process. Wake up the late jab.
Nice recovery.
And then no feng shui, but he's going to use the OD projectile as a barrier to close the gap. But Chris Wong needs some space, and he jumps away with the jump medium punch this time.
No, you just
How's he going to activate feng shui engine?
easy parry, easy parry.
Perhaps.
That's what he might be looking for, but he wants to burn out first. There, he wants to burn out. Now he might try and go for it, unless Chris Wong wants to burn him out.
This is a tough spot. Even for Uma, I think it's going to be just fine if he gets that feng shui first. Just out of range. The perfect punish counter cross medium punch ringing out. It's time to take him down to Memphis.
That was precise spacing on point, and his
we
reward
from
is his
Memphis?
drive getting completely refreshed to allow him to get the conversion necessary to put him in the driving seat, to put him in grand finals winner's
No
side.
way.
He starts off firing on
The
all cylinders.
1-1. It is this round puts the loser into loser
That
bracket,
was such an extortionate amount of meter, and he's going to activate the feng shui to make amends.
but the winner is going to go is basically top 2, guaranteed top 2. Whoever wins
Try
this.
to attempt a drive reversal against the feng shui. Punish counter. Feng shui no longer a factor. The backdash read. He dropped the flash knuckle again.
They both have health.
Because Uma is actually
Both have health.
spot here. Just takes
Oh,
a big risk.
under projectile.
Tried to take the big risk with the
Rising.
jump. It might work out there, and that could have been all that
Reversal, oh, the throw. Oh, it's it.
Chris
It was
just
going to
needs
go
one
down.
offensive one.
And you saw him
A little
away
bit.
already.
Oh, another throw. Oh, they're so close. Their health is so close to each other.
Medium punch, no super.
There it is.
No
Oh,
anti-air either. The intimidation
man,
factor
they're
is
being
there.
real
Uma,
careful.
he's still trying to close the gap against Chris Wong. Still
40
a burnout down to the
seconds.
moment.
Dry gauge is back.
They're
He's gonna look for
trying.
another cancel instead. Sit out here, stack
They're
the
being
line.
so forced.
Uma,
Oh, the perfect.
We gotta
Oh
go with the
no.
feng shui.
Is that it?
Coast to
You
coast.
think?
He has to play it safe and go for the safe jump. Do not try any gimmick. Just do the safe jump, please. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Still applying the pressure.
So much
He
pressure.
didn't commit to the diving. He's still alive. Can he took him out? And there you have it. Uma with the tip sequence, feng shui engine, peppering his opponent and allows him to create the necessary scenario, puts him in the grand final of winner's side. That's what you mean by determination. That's what you mean by resilience. And boy,
Oh,
does Uma show it
man.
there. That is a deadly
Loving
piece
that.
of play.
That was so
Him
much
making
pressure.
that executive decision to keep it nice and clean when it came to the feng shui engine. That is pure knowledge of self-determination. Uma is now in the grand finals where he has at least secured himself $300,000 by default.
$300,000. That man, he could walk away right now. $300,000. He doesn't have to do anything else. Give me my money. I'm out.
With the peacefulness, I should say. And again, it could be a huge shock to him. It might happen after we're done with the bracket here. But Chris Wong, man, did he make him work for that effort,
He
Vicious.
really did. He really did. Taking a look at the
But on the other hand, he could be leaving with $1 million.
Yeah, the feng shui engine didn't really pay off many times over, to be fair. Chris Wong had abused that level 3, taking away the fireball options from Uma, but more importantly, the spacing that he's taken at, that was actually mad sick. That was the first time I've ever seen Chris Wong really shaken up. You could see it from the player cam. That was actually crazy that the fireball lasted that long. But again, Chris Wong covered nice.
That was so much pressure that very last round.
Spacing, overall, his presence on offense.
The chipping, yeah.
Exhibited all the matchup knowledge that's necessary to see in this matchup here, Luke versus Jury. But again,
I wish I could
even
be
his
allowed.
corner defensive decision making was actually fairly on point. It's just that Uma was still determined and he was still confident that he can close it out. It took it down to the wire here, and we know that Luke lands tremendous damage, but he still wasn't deterred. He was still faithful. I don't think we saw a super R3 at all. I think it was just level 1.
From Uma?
Yeah, from Uma. I think it was just level 1 and Feng Shui engine.
Correct.
I don't think there's anything else here. And man, did things get nitty and gritty in this part.
God, what a beautiful punish counter as well.
God, he was
That was the cancelable part of it too. But
Tense.
even after the intimidation factor, we talked about it. Like, how is the aggression going to be like for either character, for either player? Really, Chris Wong was the one that really put that pedal towards the drive gauge and just kind of move in on Uma's space. But I love the fact that Uma
The
didn't back
feet
down when he
id.
saw the green. In fact,
perfect
that was the
parry.
perfect time for him to get his defense shining with the perfect parry. But this is the sequence that we were looking for, right? What would have been the option? It would have been a safe jump. And I'm glad he did it. That could have been scary because if Chris Wong had walked under, we would have seen possibly a punish counter on the landing frames.
And you know what's crazy? He was going to stay airborne the whole time anyway, just to avoid any wake-up supers. And even Chris Wong. Now, despite being super patient in those scenarios, you still have to have the confidence to walk under and burn out and still deal with the pressure afterwards. So I actually really respect that persistence by staying aerial, because her aerial superiority, not as strong as Cammy's, but it's still pretty pesky to deal with there. So that was stupendous stuff there from
I'm still hoping. I'm still rooting for NL.
I don't think he had enough life to even hold on to Chip for any super.
And NL's up.
Taking a look at it now.
NL's up.
Is in your grand final spot for winners side, Taiwan representing. But now, let's move on into the semifinals. NL versus Gachikun, Korea versus Japan.
whoever wins this, they got to fight. Oh, do you know what? Chris Wong will get his run back.
Oh, that's
because the person, for those of you who don't know, I was speaking about this F word time and time again. NL stopped Chris Wong from qualifying through the CPT Online in East Asia.
Oh, yeah?
Then Gachikan stopped him from qualifying at Singapore offline. That's when he came over to France and won it there. So Chris Wong will get his run back in a tournament.
Okay.
But higher stakes.
That's right.
But first, we got to go through this matchup first. Now, I remember I spoke to Big Bird about this as well. Shout out to Big Bird. Rashid is a strong character, but he struggles really hard, depending on who you ask, against the top 5. But the easiest top 5 character he has, or like he can fight against, apparently is Luke.
Okay.
Right? You can exchange both to blows in the buttons. I wouldn't recommend it, right? Again, you can be super elusive. You can try other things as well to keep Luke on his toes. Don't be too predictable, because again, one mistake is much more fearsome than Chun-Li's in terms of the damage output.
And you had mentioned this earlier when we played our own sets at the hotel.
I believe these guys are still at the 100K bracket.
If the ground game isn't something that you're suited for. Granted, Gachikun just so happens to be the man who is already suited for every type of situation. NL, let's see if he can handle the turbulent winds.
Let's see, indeed. He's overwhelmed his opponents massively with his presence and his determination to get closer and closer to the grand finals. But he already opens things up with a forward medium punch conversion into Eagle Spike, and that doesn't work. A couple of reversals that will work against and make him whiff, but not against Luke. I think he's expecting
Surprised there's no Ryu's in top.
down there. Gachikan.
Or Ken. Oh, there was a Ken
It's
earlier.
going to be huge here for Gachikan as well if he can get the perfect power into the drive rush.
You can already see a little bit of the struggle. The sandglass has been such a pivotal part right now for NL. And speaking of which, when you see Gachikun committing to the fireball game, NL 2 steps ahead, already airborne. The counter hit is there for a crouching medium punch. Again, punish counter, but no spinach of the bar, surprisingly.
Well, turn around there, and
The
then that's
dunk!
when he spends
Good
the bar.
dunk.
He heard your cries, he heard your pleads, Vicious, and he said, listen, let me slam dunk and get that round. Taking him there with the Eagle Spike, and then a back jump there, but gets caught with the heavy spinning mixer. Now he tries to bait something else, but great patience there from NL.
Great patience from NL.
Let's see if he can continue on doing so. Gachikun breaking away from the pressure, but still being clipped by a single sandblaster.
He didn't think that was going to hit, and he misses a chance to activate your Yasar, so now he's got to be on the back foot just for a little bit.
And you get a standing medium punch after that.
Here he comes. Let's see if he pushes it
Are
out.
you
Oh,
summoning?
NL is not going to try and look to throw tech either. Oh, and he did a delayed button, and he still gets the pickup. Whirlwind's there. Oh,
What
he's
a
done.
delay.
That's it. Yeah, he's done.
Enhanced whirlwind, more than enough damage. Gachikun tying it up. Expensive at that, but he's more than willing to spend those 2 bars every single time.
Shout outs to the lingering winds.
The lingering
You've
winds.
got yourself to do the work. Right, rushes in again. It looks like that's going to be the way he's going to approach. Yeah, that's looks like, because it's interesting. If you're going to play traditional footsies with Luke in this battle, you might as well integrate the drive rush footsies as well.
And it's not too bad. It's not too expensive to even try out that strategy. Going to the low 2 times over and forcing them to react to it.
Yeah, which means he'll change up his button timings and he'll just be comfortably walking forward and whatnot. So
Exactly that. You got away with it twice, maybe 3 times. Now you're looking for that counter poke. But speaking of counter pokes, NL successfully gets 1, at least, the important throw tech for Gachikun.
I don't know why, but I find Rashid's moveset and everything so annoying to go up
He's trying to
against.
do the dry gauge low, and then he's going to do the Yasar to help.
That
close the gap.
especially,
Walk in
that
with it.
is-
No drive reversal, because the drive reversal will be bad at this point. Gets the overhead. This is going to be a fat amount of damage. Is he going to go for the tight link? I think he will. There it is.
Beautiful.
Oof.
And the safe jump setup as well. Great defense thus far. And now gets 2 crouching mediums. Light knuckle into the level 3. Now this is going to be some really, really big damage. But
Man,
it's
you
what
ain't,
you do with it afterwards.
you ain't doing reversal from this wake up. Go
He's
away.
gonna do it.
Nah,
Okay.
he's not.
If it was green, then for sure. Right?
Never. Not there. Because there was a safer way to do it. He knew a throw wasn't going
NL,
to close it out.
NL, come on, my
Not that
boy,
impatient in scenarios like that,
my
Gatchik.
boy.
So, he takes
He's
one big
37 years
pump.
old.
Semi-final, and
That
was
man's
unfortunate
37
because
years
that was
old.
Strictly vertical.
Oh, hey, but not too bad for Gatchikun. He didn't get the rest of that damage because NL had dropped that light knuckle combo again.
By that man, I mean
listen to
NL
what that
is.
does to his mental.
I don't know how old the
That's
Rashid
annoying
is.
for any Rashid player. Backing away at the moment here, wait for a button to whiff, but uses
What
that
a
medium kick at the
conversion
neutral.
of that, too.
Hey, listen, man, that's a good footsie tool. That's away.
Perfect.
Safe drop there with the jumping medium kick as well. Goes back to the neutral here, so he needs NL to whiff a button.
Whiff it.
What will he whiff though? Even if he gets the chance.
Oh, man.
K.O.
NL was the one looking for the
Round
win
2.
against Gatchikun.
All right, I like his whirlwind shot because he throws a light one and sees you try to jump the next one because he's actually been hit by a jump already, so he's trying to get the juggle from the heavy whirlwind shot. That's if you try to anticipate with a hard read. DI can work against whirlwind shots as well, so he's got to be careful of that as well.
Another counter conversion of the standing medium kick. Just within range.
Running away just yet, and he gets a punish count. He could have got a full combo there, but safely plays it with the throw. Drive reversal. And this is a good choice because the drive reversal still creates space, enough space for a grab. There it
I
is.
hate that. I
And he
hate
kicks it
it.
away and he baits him. Yes, because that is
Got
one of Rashid's
baited.
strengths. He's one of the best characters at forcing parry in the game. Drive reversal, keep him there.
Level 2
Ooh.
against the overhead. The reaction from NL.
And he needs
Bang.
this. He needs the full screen because he'll just wait. Just keep it there. Please be careful of a perfect parry because he's being a hunting hawk right now.
The hunting. Oh,
That's an
ooh,
answer. That's a
nice.
clean answer. Still
Oh, that's good.
Engage back as well. This is so good for NL.
Come on.
So it's a slight life lead.
No.
You saw the attempt at the suppressor. You saw exactly what NL was looking for, but Gatchikun, the low medium kick from Rashid, it's just so active and it's so far reaching. An excellent counterplay from Gatchikun.
well times. Luckily it connected. Got that conversion here because he needs to get that 2-0 buffer. Try to get the forward medium punch to connect in the first hit, but still the drive rush approach has been such a nuisance for NL. He hesitated. Listen, what happened before?
To
He's
be
not gonna do
fair,
it there.
that jumping fierce could have come out and it could have stumped him out. But
That was rude. The perfect parry into the heavy kick.
backdash again.
All right, here we go. Here comes the safe jump. Will he go for the proper safe jump this time? He did.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Goes
Gatchikun.
low, and that's going to be the round.
More than enough damage as well to build up into the level 3 if need be. Yes, sir. That's going to be it. 2 games in the pocket of Gatchikun.
And we're going to make it 2-0. Picture perfect. Literally ending with the perfect KO.
And now please.
Gatchikun closer to the grand prize here.
I love the animation in Altair. Both the regular version and the critical
CM,
art.
yeah.
Man, really beautiful stuff.
Well, at least Gatchikun remembers the input. I had to Google it.
What?
I had to Google it.
Why?
Because I couldn't remember. I don't use it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's fair.
I
Okay.
never use it.
I see where you're coming at. All right. My
I had
bad.
to Google it. I forgot what it was. I don't use it.
I feel like only level 2 really exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair.
I don't mind. Well, you only see Rashid's level 3 if he's actually in a good position to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It has to be game winner. But I think, you get that win condition more often than not.
Wink, wink. Oh, the whiff punish there. Rashid actually has some buns that can do that. And Luke is a character he can do that against. And the perfect parry to keep him locked in the corner. What's the Oki going to be?
Oh, the hammer of justice.
You got literally hit like a whack-a-mole game. And it's falling apart.
He be whacking jammers, that is for sure. Look at the damage. Oh, yeah, okay. I like that too. Now recognizing the space away from the corner.
Out of the
Level
frying
2,
pan.
no, level 1, excuse me.
Yeah, out of the frying pan and
Out
into the
of
fire.
the frying
Sometimes
pan
rounds
and get
just do
into
not
the
go
fire.
your way.
I swear, if this becomes another 2-2.
He's 2 games up. That's what really matters.
Well, I want it to be a 2-2 because NL, but
So utilize it the same way that Jury does her forward heavy punch. Or even a stand media kick first hit.
Good deliberation from the normals. NL taking this time to get that throw. Gatchikun, speaking of deliberation, he was looking for the fireballs, and I like that idea for the DI.
It's not the same as when you do it against Ken or Rashid himself, but you really have to catch the timing, literally the same frame as when they throw out the projectile there.
it's
I feel like it is
good,
anyway.
good.
Pile him on.
I like the patience from NL also.
He saw the backdash as well, and a lot of guys have been super patient with their delayed buttons to catch back.
I mean,
as well. But let's see if we see
Gachikun
a
can
whirlwind.
just
Not yet.
relax
Now we might see
a
it.
little bit. He's 2 ahead, 2 games
You
ahead.
need to be close to the corner so you can actually set up that true block string. Take away drive gauge. He is persistent as hell.
I
And
hate
that's gonna get
this
the
is
second
so
eagle spike. Pick
I
it up.
hate it.
And he's not going for the kill because it won't kill. Yes.
He dropped it again.
It's hard
It's
to
very,
do,
it is
man.
very difficult. I understand it's very inconsistent
Oh,
sometimes.
wow.
Oh,
All right, that one
oh,
again.
close.
Can he burn him out?
Drive reversal, he definitely does. Chip is imminent.
Oh my word, and he's gonna catch him. Yes, he catches him because it looks like Gachikun committed to a button. It looked like crouching medium kick. I'm not even sure if he could have challenged with his own level 1 just to escape the scenario. And then he's
I
gone
don't
full
think so.
screen. Maybe
I
not.
would love to see that interaction. If someone on Twitter could work that out and let us know, because I would love to see whether or not there's enough
Someone on Twitter.
frames on the level 1 to get past the level 3.
Well,
But that's one game on the board for NL.
I'm not
he's
sure.
been playing out of his mind. Such a marvelous performance here. A huge improvement from his results in SF5, the Capcom Cup finals there, when he bowed out against Andy Walker. Oh, and he gets the drive rush check
Counter.
again.
You saw the startup with the suppressor. From
Yes.
NL. I love the medium usage from Gachikun as soon as he sees green.
And like I said before, notice how when NL lands an OD uppercut, he will always try and chase it down in some way, shape, or form. Block on the overhead. Goes low, didn't drive rush cancel because he didn't want to burn himself out. Not worth it in that scenario. Drive gauge management is integral at this level. It's a back throw. Get away. Perfect parry. This is what he's looking for. If he's not going to take the risk with the jump, he needs the perfect parry and close the gap. That's why he's keeping the game close.
That's
and
so
that is
difficult.
not the mixer he wanted.
It has to be the heavy. It had to be an attempt for OD.
Maybe. Even then. He
If
can
you're
turn this
pressing the 2
around.
buttons at the same time and medium's coming out, it's very
Plus
interesting.
1. There's a throw. He's built the whirlwind, so if things don't work out, he needs a little bit of space. And he's trying to back away. And I think NL knows it. That's why he's keeping in Vulcan Blast range. Do not use the level 1. Yes. He can bait the level 1. No, that's going to be... He's got to bait it. Oh, there's a throw. What's it going to be? Oh, wait a minute. Don't stop it. Don't let the stop.
And he jumps at the wrong time. NL winces back in his chair. Gachikun, nice and calm after that W. Very fortuitous.
That was an executive decision because it was a low-hanging fruit there with the DI, but he had other plans. And he's going to convert into Eagle Spike and run straight to the corner there. Delay button didn't work out. And he gets the grab. What's the choice going to be this time? Still throw text. Neutral jumping. What's he looking for with that neutral jump? Probably a forward medium punch or something. And that should catch him.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
the parry.
This too far.
Not quite.
NL again shaking his head. This has to be all Gachikun in his favor. Counter hit 1.
No.
Oh, wait.
But
Hammer of
Justice-
Justice doing its work. What is Gachikun going to do? He can afford to take a risk. And he doesn't.
Is it NL time?
It's just one button into a drive rush cancel. Reversal, level 2, deal with
That's
it.
it.
Deal
Oh,
with it. Listen, I'm causing the problems, you deal with them.
Don't jump again. He's going to kick it at you.
Hold it.
Ah!
Doesn't say-
And just at the last second, Gachikun at the right space at the right time. Can he defend his advantages against NL? He's moving on into losers finals. So, big shout outs again.
No, there goes an L.
Man from South Korea. Give it up one more time for NL.
Made it
Now,
top
there
4,
are no longer
200K
any
bagged.
Korean representatives in this top 3. Gachikun getting closer.
Representing the 37-year-olds.
2018 by being that
GG.
aficionado here. Looking back at what transpired in the highlights here, he came out of the gates running. It was a brilliant start. His understanding of this matchup has been sensational. What he's shown us here, even with the optimization as well, it's tricky for anybody to deal with, no matter what level you are playing at. Like I
His
said,
Twitch
like
chat. Why do they
super
put their age up
problematic.
there? Why not put their weight too?
Overhead, he might throw you, try to bait a parry afterwards. You got to deal with the true block string. It just piles on you like crazy. And the fact that he can get 2 in 1 round, well, that's just double the trouble.
Yeah, you've seen the amount of options that NL have tried on defense, and all of it has just been, majority of it, I should say, have been shut down. Whether he wanted to wake up with a normal, whether he wanted to wake up with an uppercut, just like that, the safe jump, and the options around the dash up too, after the Sky High, or sorry, the Arabian Cyclone, is just too much for NL to handle.
I respect Gachikun. Well, first shout out to use the level 3, but I respect him still going for the down forward hard punch link. That's like basically a 1-frame link with a super tight link near the corner. Again, he's not afraid to try and be optimal and get himself in that conducive scenario as much as possible here. And even then, NL really had some good defensive choices at times as well, and I love this.
Just like that, too.
Level 3 as well. Oof. That was probably a huge mistake. I'm not sure if that was OD spinning mixer or the heavy one, but this situation here, this looked absolutely crazy, and I love the fact that he just backed away and did an OD whirlwind shot, because it was fine to deal with there. And then this, you just have to deal with it. One of the ways that is safe for Rashid to actually utilize his Yasar is to just do a drive reversal and then send it away.
Yeah.
But after this, it was too much. And even then, you do these slight walkaways to bait a throw, but you have a specific timing that catches delayed throw and delayed button as well. We see it happen time and time again at any sort of level there.
Really?
And sometimes you're like, damn, if I just press that button 1 frame later or 1 frame earlier, something like that, you could avoid that scenario.
Even before that, when you're looking at the situation at hand, NL had the opportunity of a lifetime to use that level 3 past the fireball. He was just misjudging the spacing of it all. And then immediately after that, made a rash decision to kind of reclaim his space, or at least reclaim offense against Gachikun. But again, in those pivotal moments, he could not reclaim his mental. And that's got to be the green light for Gachikun. And you saw it. You saw how it turned out. 3-1 in his favor. So now, Gachikun, man, seeing him again, maybe potentially getting into the grand final seat, but he has to go through Chris Wong, and they've had quite the history in all of the offline premieres.
They have indeed, but this is what the bracket is looking like. It will be a Singapore offline run back here with Chris Wong and Gachikun. Could he do it? Could he take the man of the turbulent winds to get the championship? Listen, they were in the money anyway. That was a lot of money they were playing for fourth place anyway, right? That's
I
what
believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is like, what, 300,000 to 200,000? No, I'm sorry, 200,000 to 100,000. This is actually kind of nuts.
Dude, well, I mean, it's nuts from here on out, because the disparity between 4th place and 5th place and after that is different. But listen, this is going to be huge. But hey, we got to give special thanks to the sponsors and the people that have been providing the headsets for the players here at the Capcom Cup, which is Steel Series here. Big thank you to them for providing us with Arctis Nova Pro, which is the official headset of Capcom Cup 10. You can enhance the premium high fidelity drivers and Sonar software. The Nova Pro is the ideal for any fight you take on. They are going to help someone become a millionaire in just a couple of minutes here. I can't wait to see it. So again, big shout outs to Steel Series for being our official headset sponsor.
As well as PCS, a very significant partner who have been along with us the entire way through. They've made the take-home trophy for this year's winner. And obviously, if you're in the venue, you can check them out in the lobby, or you could head over to collectpcs.com for the very, very detailed figures from a plethora of different series of the Street Fighter legacy. They got Alpha, they got 5, they even got the modern Chun-Li. Actually, doing the squats, man.
Doing the squats indeed. I need to take a seat.
Great pickup.
Yeah,
we will be taking a seat. We do have our top 3 ahead of us, so don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will see who will become our first millionaire in the FGC. We'll see you soon.
Millionaire. About to be millionaires.
Red Bull Kumite, New York.
Monster Hunter Wild. It looks so good. I remember I was at this point, I was like, man, this kind of looks Monster Hunter like. Jeez. This really looks kind of Monster Hunter like. It's Monster Hunter! What? No way.
To me, Street Fighter means history. It's what got me into fighting games. It's what got most of my teams as well. And it's good to see just multiple iterations through time as the game continues to get better and better, new characters, better graphics. We do this because not only we love it, but the rest of the PCS family that buys from us. PCS really started getting into the statue form of Street Fighter back in 2007. We've continued to grow and expand our Street Fighter offering from everything from quarter scale to third scale size. Kind of my baby or my favorite is this new fitness line that we have coming out. So we continue to expand and change it up and not just do something that everybody else is doing, but try to make it unique to PCS. It's one thing to be licensed and create statues for the fan, but to us, creating the trophy that the winner will take home, I view that as
That's such a
big honor.
cool looking trophy.
Seeing it raised high.
Absolutely. I'm jealous.
Coming for it all, just show me my opponent. Wanna be great, I'm a legend in the making. And this is mine for the taking.
We haven't seen in a long time.
Hard gas, no brakes, high stakes. Tough to the tussle, let 'em hold ya. Hope you ready for the fight.
Reign supreme.
Put 'em up, let's go. Put 'em up, let's go.
I bet you each one of those are like $1,000. Sean back. This is a basketball game. I think they're trying not to have so many Shota, or at least I don't know. Shoto. I'm gonna use the restroom for this minute that we have until top three. Top three. Winner takes home $1 million.
This is my moment, coming for it all, just show me my opponent. Wanna be great, I'm a legend in the making, and this is mine for the taking.
Cause I got what it takes to be on top. I'm number one cause I don't stop.
Hard gas, no brakes, high stakes.
We are 2 matches away from crowning our first Street Fighter 6 Capcom Cup champion. They'll be awarded $1 million. Myself, Jammers, and Vicious have been taking you along for the ride. 2 more matches to go. Hang in there, my European viewers. I know you guys are wanting to go to sleep and go to work in the morning. I need you for 2 more matches. Let's
you can't sleep. You cannot sleep with this much tension and this much on the line. You really cannot. It is absolutely electric. And this is the moment of a lifetime, as we have alluded to. Again, this right here, Chris Wong versus Gachikun, a lot of history in multiple offline premieres.
Like we said before, just to reiterate, these 2 faced at the Singapore offline, where Gachikun, he was a tall order and he was still learning Rashid at the time, because the character came out in July. I believe it did happen in October, the Singapore offline. So he didn't have that much experience, but his high-level understanding and being in the scenario as a tournament player, that persevered and got him here. Now, it's going to be an even more in-depth, a more intricate run back, because they have much more knowledge, and these 2 play each other online a fair bit.
They sure do.
But now we've actually slapped an odd $200,000 to $300,000 on the table. So it's a little bit different this time.
This is the money match right here for sure. Within the top 3, no doubt. Here we go. It's losers finals. Chris Wong versus Gachikun, game 1.
Chris Wong might play this a little bit different as opposed to what NL was doing there. He might walk in that medium range and then get the cancel. So Gachikun's button choices up close are going to be significant, and already pops out an OD spinning mixer, but the overhead gets checked. Yeah, these guys are going to be fine on all cylinders.
And you already see it, the hammer of justice pounding away, the damage.
Get hit with the bonk. There you go. Alright, there goes the 3-piece there. Try to press a stand hard punch, but identified, gets perfect parry, and that will close out round 1 for Chris Wong in this losers final.
It felt like a very standard set play type scenario as soon as Chris Wong got that first opening. That is for sure. And guess what? That hard knockdown gives him that exact scenario again, but great defense from Gachikun. And you see it, man. He is hammering away with that crouching medium punch, forcing Gachikun to press the button. And guess what? The button does hit, allowing him for the Isar setup, but it's pretty close.
He's one of the best people at dealing with the Isar, but let's see. He's going up against the specialist, and he gets opened up with the Eagle Spike. He mitigated the damage, though. That's fine. And he reversals with an uppercut.
Gachikun no longer has to take any really big risks considering the life, but man, he still tried to get in with that roundhouse. He's trying to check Chris Wong's approach.
That could be the round.
It's gotta be. It's already passed. He's already been in the yellow. It's past 50% of the drive gauge. It's time to go to Memphis yet again.
There you have it. Game 1 to Chris Wong. He's definitely got to be careful with his button choices. Up close with the mediums, he's ready. When he moves himself out of range, he wants to stand roundhouse, especially the stand roundhouse. Crouching heavy punch and stand heavy punch to whiff. So it could be super scary to play that game with Chris Wong in terms of the footsie battle. No whiff punish there on the stand medium punch. That could have been clipped by anything there. Still waiting and adjusting that spacing. Micro steps are necessary.
Slowly building that gauge back from both ends. Chris Wong steadily creeping up. Gachikun, yeah, he sees the medium punches back.
Okay, they're actually playing.
Suppressor,
I missed the. I already missed the match.
Excuse me, that Gachikun wanted to get out.
That was quick.
Fireball into the upper.
Still dealing with it. Gets a delayed throw tech there.
You thought you can dash?
Well, has to run in and take his Oki there. Good block there from Chris Wong. He's got a very firm understanding and confident on how to deal with Rashid's Oki situation. Because Rashid has some of the best Oki in the game.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, he wants Chris Wong to whiff a button, but he's being patient, slowly walking him down.
Oh, that was the perfect timing for the counter hit. Gachikun.
Yep.
Not going to be overzealous with it. He understands what he has in the drive gauge. He's going to be playing that spacing game pretty well. Perfect carry on up. Forward throw. Doesn't have level 2 just yet, but he's going to be building up little by little.
For keeps here.
There. Get the dash and super patient there, and he's going to get the counter hit conversion into the stand medium kick to close out that round. Again, he's got to go through some of the best loops in the world. He's done it with NL, and it's going to be an arduous task against Chris Wong.
Swiping away already. Gachikun.
Bling, there he comes to the yeah.
Steadily creeping. That's the second time he's gotten that opener against the overhead.
That's the only button he really needs to use against Rashid's toolset, and he gets the throw bait here, so how is Gachikun going to respond? Wakes up.
That's the second time he's answered with a wake up button against the safe jump scenario.
And the perfect parry, and he
Twitch chat is like,
stand medium punch. I guess he wanted to take off more drive gains than possible.
Surely they're going to announce a new character, surely, but they literally announced like, hey, do not expect any announcements to happen at the Capcom Cup.
So sneaky.
No announcements, just $1 million for the winner.
He's gonna burn it out. Heavy spinning mixes to do it,
and it's just enough damage
That's
towards
rude.
the tail end of that as well. You know,
That
you're
was
looking at that
rude.
situation exactly. Chris Wong had 3 bars to his name. Even if he managed to mash out of a string, or at least before the DI had hit, sure, it'll take out the damage to Gachikun, but I think in that scenario, with Chris Wong down 3 whole bars, Gachikun would have been totally fine with it. Hence why the risk he was taking with the DI.
Well, it's fine. It's only one apiece right now. That's the scores on the doors. Oh, walked away there. The micro walk back and get the huge punish, only for trying to throw his opponent into a nice 30% there. Nice. Incorrect challenge out of the frying pan and into the fire. And he waits for the delayed back throw. He thought he was going to tech Chris or throw Chris Wong. So, ooh, did he get it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's going to go for a tricky setup. He can DI after this. He's going to be tricky with it. He's going to do Arabian Cyclone instead because he doesn't want to go for the early stun. He will threaten the stun. There's a throw.
Tried to press the button afterwards. You saw the counter hit. Still gets him grounded. More than enough in the tank. Gachikun securing the first round of game 3.
And when he does the dash up stand medium kick, he's like +1 or +2 in burnout. That's why it's actually legitimate pressure to deal with. And here comes the
Legitimate pressure to deal with.
just for reassurance, just in case. A little bit more space to work with.
I'm so scared to even see anybody try to jump out of there, but the defense, let's see it. Early drive reversal against the enhanced mixer.
Well, he forced him to spend his drive gauge because now he's near burnout, so he's going to have to cancel into the level 3. Yes. So, depending on how this round goes, what Gachikun did there to force you to spend your drive gauge, only to make you spend resources or expend them elsewhere, was pretty smart. Still got him low on drive gauge, but
Perfect.
The big drop, a very significant drop. Punish counter against the flash knuckle. Gachikun actually in a very, very good space to get this level 2 yet again.
Backdash.
He's looking for the knockdown.
He didn't spin a mixer. He hesitated, and I think it was a good decision. And a second,
so
you saw.
close.
Good
Chris
lord,
Wong.
where did he conjure that up from? True block string.
He's got all the sand in the world around him.
Kick it away.
It's rude.
That could have been around if he committed to 2 jabs, Vicious.
Oh, no way! No way is enough damage! And it just is Chris Wong surviving for the rest of this game, tying up 1 round apiece, 1 game apiece, and there it is. The magic button. Watching media punch, getting the big punish counter. In the corner you go. Gachikun, what's the answer? Wake up button, yet again, stand jab. Not intimidated by Chris Wong's presence in the corner.
He was staggering it, hoping Chris Wong would block and then try to open him up with something later, but Chris Wong just got hit by them. Tenuous damage, not a problem. Still trying to click that overhead
Wins
with crouching medium
Marvel.
punch because he doesn't go airborne until later in the animation, so still being persistent with that crouch medium. 1 more medium attack cancel should do the trick.
See the stagger. Gachikun backing away.
Don't with a button catch again. Oh,
He literally just did. For who now, jammers? For whose sake?
I bit my tongue because I was about to get sacked.
All right.
I said, you know,
All right,
you're
Chris,
just
my
fine.
God.
Good recovery from Chris Wong as well, making it hurt against
This is
Gachikun.
loser
You just
bracket,
said
so
it,
whoever
you're not allowed
leaves.
to whiz a button against the man who has some of the
Whoever
best
loses, so if Chris wins,
That was rough.
that's
But
3rd
he's
place
still in this dogfight here.
for Gachikun.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Too wild for me right now, jammers. I need you to tone it down. Chris Wong up 1 game against Gachikun.
See if he starts here again. Hopefully he's not super deterred by what's happened in the neutral when he's with buttons and so on and so forth. He's tried overheads as well, but Chris Wong just being resilient and checking everything. Laser focused on point with that stuff in the neutral. That mid-range game.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, he has such a great understanding, good confidence and matchup knowledge.
Oh, the low forward actually pays out. Still within range. Chris Wong maybe thought he could advance forward. The overhead meaty enough to get the link off of the stand jab.
Yeah.
OD rings out. It's been very, very rare from Chris Wong.
He denied that momentum changer there for Gachikun. Now they go back full screen. Throwing out a couple of whirlwind shots. Still trying to get him. And this is what's interesting about Chris Wong. He'll try and walk forward and perfect parry the whirlwind shots instead of jumping. Because that's the low risk and it can actually turn into a high reward. In terms of positioning anyway. Still can't whiff a button.
Speaking of positioning, Gachikun, he's trying to still keep that space against Chris Wong. Maybe he's looking for a dry rush perhaps. He's not going to be whipping any buttons soon. He paid for it in the last game, and you can see the different approach. He's absolutely going to be standing okay up until this point. As long as you're within range, Chris Wong will definitely attempt to check your walk back.
And there's a spinning mix-up, but there's no Yasar to cover the track. He's going to take the round. He has to take the round from this Tempest Moon into the Rashid kick. He didn't need to do that.
He didn't need to do that.
I will take that. I don't know if he could have got the pickup from the medium spinning mixer, but just for reassurance, he spent the bar.
Wow.
And I'm only talking about it because he's given up Yasar momentarily. But he gets the anti-air, and he flips out.
I just heard someone scream in the crowd after that whiff. Jesus.
There you go, backs away, gets the back throw here, does Chris Wong, and he'll chase him down. Just by being
The perfect parry too into the roundhouse. I didn't even know he had enough time for that. Jeez.
Try to perfect parry the overhead.
Bing,
Trying to get him in range
ba-dum.
to stop Gachikun from doing anything with a medium attack. Oh,
And you saw it, yeah, Gachikun tried to press the button on the way down. Chris Wong letting it ring with the fierce, no stagger.
He's not
walking
biting.
back and
Yeah,
forth.
he's not
Gachikun
biting.
is absolutely not biting. That's the second time, the second instance he's caught Chris Wong trying to
here
walk
comes the
back and
whirlwinds.
tease.
He's got to summon the whirlwind shortly. There we go.
It's gonna be here. Isar time. The turbulent winds are coming.
Don't go forward. Don't
Better
be,
seek shelter.
be
Category
crazy.
5.
Block it out. Through block string. Good
Block
patience
it,
there from
block
Chris
it.
Wong. And that could be
Oh.
blocked. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
it?
He took the
Is
gamble.
that-
We saw
is
the
that
no
it?
approval in the player cam from Gachikun.
It
And he
is.
said, all right, I see you. And again, that's not a crazy choice because that puts him, that propels him to match point. That's going to put him in grand finals.
Gachikun's got 1 bar to his name. A little bit closer to that possible win condition. If he can land a proper sequence, he's already got the punish counter. He got to throw.
Back dashes again.
Perfect
His
parry.
defensive choices and knowing what high-level players want to do at specific situations has been phenomenal there. And he dashed it right after that throw tech. Commit to the eagle spike. He's got to do the whirlwinds. He's got to do it.
Let's go quick. Gachikun over the edge against Chris Wong. Still
gotta
has a
get
little bit
another one.
left.
He's got to get another one. Yeah, he's just going to let it linger there. It's going to linger for a little bit longer, and he gets hit with the Gatling gun. Whirlwind shot to close the gap. That was the OD version as well, with the projectile priority.
We're going to a final game, ladies and gentlemen. Gachikun riding all of the momentum of the
2-2.
wind establishing that dominance with the life lead, getting himself another lifetime
Dang,
shot.
you know how
into the
much
grand
that
final
sucks?
series with Chris Wong, he's got some time to adjust.
It sucks for them, not for us. This is extremely
Taking
close.
that breather. You know what's amazing about this tournament? This is the most I've seen players just not hit the rematch button. I wonder why. Strange, isn't it?
With this much on the line, I really don't blame them.
Interesting.
From earlier on in top 16, there was plenty.
It's a few more seconds of like resetting.
Huge damaging combo there from
I
Chris
get
Wong,
it.
and he will flash knuckle his way to the corner once again, and he beat a delayed button. It's away.
Yeah, not his turn anymore, so he has to back off, but still the counter hit. You saw Chris Wong in an attempt to possibly press a medium punch. Gotchkun get into the punch, safe jump into the throw. The defensive choices from Chris Wong have been so on point, at least for this round. And look at how much of the life lead he has. He could take risks if he wanted to and throw out a normal, but it's going to be Sandblast. That's still a risk in and of itself at that range, and it's going to be totally fine as he puts himself in match point again.
Match point.
One round away from being in the grand final, but what a check there on the drive rush once again. Stays in front. It looked like that was a backdash he tried to run away from. And he's taking the damage each and every time. And a check. And he knows that distance where people just want to do an arbitrary drive rush to change up things in the neutral. And he will save himself from being burnt out. It's not going to get confiscated yet, but Gachikun.
Welcome to Memphis.
Overhead, that's not what he wanted.
There is a moment for Gachikun to get. Oh no! That's it! Chris Wong
That's it.
eliminates
I blinked. I actually
with a
blinked.
well-placed normal into
And
the
that's
drive
it.
rush, and more than enough damage. He's going back in to face off against Uma.
Numerous times in that set, and even throughout the
It's
day,
Uma
he managed to
versus
avoid some throws
Chris
and
Wong
punish them
now.
accordingly.
I kind of want Uma to win,
Closer.
but Chris Wong was who I was going for first.
Chris Wong doing the work here.
I think I'm going for Uma.
What a representation from
Uma.
Listen, it doesn't ring the same as saying you are the champion, but Gachikun, again, former Capcom Cup champion, walking away with $200,000.
$200,000 for losing.
Also, just as impressive, his performance thus far. There's a lot of fatigue that really settles in, and these guys were playing at maximum capacity at this point.
And let's not forget as well, he had to do Luke matchups back to back. There is a fundamental difficulty for Rashid in this matchup.
I'm wincing as you say that because you are so right.
Well, look, he tried and he actually kept it super entertaining as well, but we gotta give his flowers. Chris Wong, he actually dealt with the Yasar beautifully the majority of the time there and was still able to keep resilient because, again, Rashid has a very complex toolset that you have to unpack. We talk about this time and time again. Luke is just keep it simple and effective, and it is absolutely powerful. So there's not much he needs to change outside of discipline as a player. You have to integrate new tools, new strategies, mix that in with drive rush as a Rashid player, and it can be mentally taxing if you've seen it. But the fact that he took it all the way down to the wire, Gachikun, was brilliant to see.
You're starting to see a little bit of cracks in Chris Wong's defense. Gachikun really abusing the ranges that he was at, or at least willing to stand at against Chris Wong with low medium kick. But again, I feel like it's just a death by 1,000 cuts. Rinch says it all the time because of the fact that Rashid's not going to be the one to deal out some really big damage outside of a super situation. Hence why Isar is so effective to push not only the positioning, but also the mix-up factor.
You are indeed correct there, and there you go. The most used button is probably the most pressed button throughout the competitive season in Street Fighter 6.
There's gotta be like a stat for that, right? Like how many cross medium punches were pressed throughout the entirety of every Luke player in top 16?
Dude, I mean,
In the thousands.
It was in Street Fighter 5. You could check how many times you press the button. Maybe you could do it in this game as well, but look, it's highly effective. It ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's taken so many players so far. Outside of that, there's a wealth of buttons he has. A treasure trove of good buttons. You see it there with the Luke players all the time. So
my parents are having a blast just watching this. That was sick.
Listen, they're just like, oh, that guy hurts.
Yeah.
Bet your mom's like, that guy's a bit.
My dad looked right in the camera. He's like, damn, that sucks. That feels bad. But hey, you know what doesn't feel bad? 6 figures in your pocket guaranteed either way for Uma and Chris Wong, but only one could walk away with that big 7 of the million.
He 3-0'd Lashar. 3-2'd Chris Wong because of that chip sequence in the burnout. And Uma can find himself, or even Chris Wong. One of these two is going to be crowned our first $1 million champion. I know I sound like a broken record, I sound like a parrot, but we need to let these people know because once it's done, this is a huge deal going forward.
Wait, is there a live action Naruto about to happen?
People watching at home and entertaining. but it's going to be absolutely phenomenal regardless of what
Tom
happens. I
Holland
didn't
confirmed
expect Jury to
as
be in Grand Final. I'll tell
Naruto.
you that much.
And I didn't
Timothy
expect to see that type of representation
Chalamet
either. I will
confirmed
be
as
completely honest,
Sasuke.
fully transparent.
I don't
I did
believe
not
this.
see Uma in the running. I
This
saw
is
his
a
name, I saw him being
lie.
drawn, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't have their eyes on this exact
There's
spot.
no
Some
live
people were
action
Brandon James.
Naruto.
They had the observation on deck. They had the luxury of being able to tune into the Asia scene. But this is where you pay
I
the
don't
respect
believe.
to someone like Uma, as well as Chris Wong. Chris Wong traveling all over, taking those miles, taking the footage, being as studious as possible to be one of the best looks that we can ask for. And Uma really transcending the character Jury to knock off all of the conversation. You could really say now Jury is in contention for top 5 just because of the way things turned out. I know you're wincing. I know social media is going to be like, this bald guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But facts are the facts. Uma had brought this character to the grand final spot in winner's side. I didn't think she was.
Is the defendant going to stop talking now?
Am I? Do you want me to?
I had no part in that. That
the
was
defense press.
all
It's fine.
him.
It's fine.
You can't pay me enough to agree with what he just said.
Listen, I wasn't a believer up until I see this, right? Or
I
until
know.
I see this.
I respect Uma. Uma is a magnificent player. Your takes on Jury, on the other hand, Jury
Uma is a magnificent player, no doubt.
Jury is the baseline to what makes a great character. Then you can go up the list because she has all the necessary tools. Does she do the best? No.
No. I didn't say she was the best. I wasn't saying she was doing it the best. But I gotta say, man, this character's pretty good.
I know she's pretty good. I wouldn't say she's a top 5 contender good. She's in the top 10. I'll give you top 10.
Fine.
5, no.
I was trying to recreate the narrative here, and I totally get it.
No, you're trying to propagate
Listen,
the
I
wrong
get it.
information.
I get it.
Listen, he was trying to propagate the wrong information. We're not trying to spread erroneous information here. We're trying to make sure you guys
I was bribed to do it.
I saw someone hand the money over. You don't try and stop it. You're going to get in trouble. All right, we are getting ready for the grand final. One more match to go here. It's been a hell of a time from the group stages all the way up until this point. An unprecedented moment. We never thought about this 5 years ago. We never thought about this 10 years ago. But somebody is going to get the crown. I wish they got a crown because the SFL guys got rings. Maybe they could give him a crown. Maybe they can give him the safe down on the
That's the
main
most
stage as well.
European thing I've heard you say. I know you're UK, but still.
I know, you saw what I did there. Anyway, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, in the arena. Can we make some noise for this grand final? Uma going up against Chris Wong. Their hearts are probably racing. This is a bone-breaking, blood-pumping matchup. It is going to be insane. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the rules, Uma is in winner's side. All he needs to do is win 3 games, and he is crowned your Street Fighter 6 Capcom Cup X champion. Chris Wong has to do a little bit more work, a little bit more of a strenuous task. He's got to win 3 games to reset the bracket to put him and Uma in the same position. He's got to win an extra 3. Uma can use the first set to
Rumor's not true,
yeah,
yeah, I don't think so.
Hopefully his RAM and his processing speed are good enough in that mental computer of his.
You could say the same for Chris Wong. I feel like in the longer set,
Alright,
with a loop,
here we
the
go.
more dangerous he becomes. So let's see it.
Grand
Here we go.
finals,
Grand
$1
finals
million.
time. Uma versus Chris Wong, game 1.
Already had an accidental overhead there.
Game 1. Now, if Chris Wong wins, that resets, and they both go into loser bracket grand finals, which is the last of the last. But if Uma wins, that's it.
Very, very deep uppercut.
That's it. If Uma wins, they get everything. $1 million.
Towards the end with the flash knuckle sequence spine buster. That's 1.
Uma is the jury.
The drive rush into the throw for the positional advantage there. Almost try to get the perfect parry on the slow-moving fireball there. Oof! No cancel. I think even Uma jumped out of his seat.
Actually playing for $1 million. Every button press is like $10,000.
Again, with this run back, you can expect Chris Wong to come in with a different approach. Oh, but that was a huge error. That had to be a little overlap to try to get the uppercut.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. He definitely didn't want that for sure, but he will make amends. That's what Chris Wong is excellent at doing when he blunders in any sort of execution error. And there's a forward throw there, gets the punish counter and the meter gain. Drive reversal. He's trying to activate something there, but it didn't quite work out. Uma.
Very deep center in, and this is going to be huge. Feng Shui engine. What's the defensive choice going to be like for Chris Wong? He's sitting down. He's keeping it steady.
Oh, the juggle. That was huge.
What a pickup from Uma off the anti-air. On the same side, still great block from Chris Wong. but life is winding down, and so is the feng shui.
This is what he wanted to target in and gets the throw. That was not a punish though. And block on the overhead. He's trying to get a perfect parry instead. Can he burn him out? The combo should do it. No! He didn't want to burn him out. He's saving it because he wants to take the game. Oh, damn, that stare down.
The
That
mind
respectable. Wild stare down there from the two. Staggers the line, gets the grab.
No shot!
Perfect
Ain't no way you're trying to do that at the last second. Uma completely ready for it. In fact, that's what he did towards the last end of the first set in winners finals against Chris Wong.
Dude, the fact that he's ready and calm to do that at this late stage in the tournament, props to him, man. So many people would have capitulated in that
He just
scenario.
scratched his face.
Very
He
rare
just
drop from
scratched
Chris
his face
Wong.
while doing
This
the
is gonna be everything
moves.
for Uma. He
He's
might get
so
the burn, but
calm.
he does secure it.
This is why I think Feng Shui is pretty decent. He gets the fuzzy jump medium punch. The anti-air as well. He's got to deal with this. He's going to harass him to hell. There we go with the stand medium punch. There's a forward throw. Throws it out just in case he's going to check with something else, but it didn't quite work out. There's a delay, and here comes Pale Rider. It's going to fully refresh that drive meter there for Chris Wong.
A little bit of a difference. It is critical art territory. Chris Wong, what are you going to do on offense? You have your gauge back now.
Block on the overhead, low on drive gauge. He's trying to run away, so he has at least 2 bars to work with for something, Uma. One drive rush cancel from either of them will do the trick.
You see the patience from both ends. That was a little scary. And a little bit of the stutter step too. Chris Wong, immaculate spacing to get the stutter against
go.
That was off of a crouching light kick.
Well, this is the big thing, especially at this late stage.
Remember, if Chris Wong wins, still resets the bracket, and they still have to do another set. Uma wins, it's done.
And that's what's been saving Chris Wong time and time again. There's a drive impact there, and he's going to go for the jump conversion instead. It's a pretty decent damaging conversion there from Uma.
Oh, that was slightly delayed. You did see the counter hit as well. Uma is to dash up again, enforcing the point with those lights, or excuse me, with the pressure instead. Forward throw, punish counter. No,
Well,
okay.
he still got it.
That was actually so slick for Uma to go for the crouching heavy punch anti-air. Nothing too committal with Tencent Rin, right? Because Chris Wong had the option to go for the air flash knuckle.
Slowing it down there, throws out an OD fireball in the neutral. Chris Wong still trying to do it, and that looked like crouch fierce drive rush cancel. I think that was the button I saw. There's a delay, blocking it out here is Uma, trying to get out of the corner here. There's a neutral jump. He's got to be careful as well. Still holding it down, trying to find a drive rush cancel in some way, and luckily the store stopped that. But Chris Wong capitalized on the whole scramble.
Very deep, and that safe jump with the hammer. At the same time, so deadly.
Respects. And the counter DI for the round. That's going to be brilliant. And we got to give props because the prior sequence, he actually allowed Uma to get a regular jump, but he thought he was going to do something else.
Uma
like
would have the
Shadow did
advantage, but
and he was able to block it out and get punished before he had to do that.
like Chris does.
Very high-end risk from above. Let's see if Uma ever goes to that tactic.
I wonder if maybe Uma's is like, nah, I'm gonna bring it down.
You react to the flash knuckle?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was actually beautiful.
Beautiful.
Perfect parry, puts him in the corner, can burn him out. And that's why he's trying to avoid getting burnt out. You're gonna have to make a choice, do it on your own volition. Oh no, never mind, Chris Wong's gonna do it for you. He's gonna confiscate your drive gauge with the eraser. And he's gonna get a nice little Oki situation here. Back down!
What a
Punish.
defensively. It's gonna be the feng shui engine. Let's see what Uma can make out of this. The corner carry,
Safe jump.
significant as well.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that was hot air. He didn't have anything. He didn't have any
anything
sword.
Zero for Hodges
Oh,
in the tank.
come
And
on, the
also,
whiffs.
0 life left. Chris Wong with a dominating 2-0 thus far. Well, I wouldn't say dominating. That was actually pretty close in rounds as well. But 2-0 nonetheless. To the side of Chris Wong. One more win for him will reset the bracket. But we'll see if Uma has something to say about it.
But what does he do at this point? He's actually done all he can. But again, the damage disparity between these two characters, it's not night and day, but it's something close. And sometimes you have to overextend to even force a Luke player to be galvanized into doing something they don't want to do. And Chris Wong, his mental fortitude right now is amazing to see. Let's see if Uma can turn this around. Stand fierce into the drive rush cancel. He will get that flash knuckle conversion across the screen. Ooh. Tries Tries to base something there. I love the high-level players doing drive rush counts into specials, even if it helps level up something there.
What a snipe out too with the heavy. Chris Wong immediately seeing green, immediately passing on to red for Uma. A lot of damage coming in. Yeah, he's gonna be facing about this as well. He was looking forward to that fireball. He was trying to escape, but that roundhouse chase down after the drive was sneaking in the drive impact as well. 10-cent Rin. What are you gonna do about it?
Backdash there, and he didn't do the jazz, but he gets a second chance, and that missed. The heavy release missed, and that's gonna be blocked.
That's gonna be parried. Even more so.
Dang.
Uma with the retaliation on the board. First round of
So it's gonna be another 2-2.
I like that. He immediately stopped the momentum to stop the drive rush check from the crouch and medium punch there from Luke Uma. But again, dashes into danger. And again, trying to go for the anti. They haven't been working against Chris Wong.
$1 million on the line.
To make amends, but it didn't work out. And Chris Wong is going to build an abundance of super meter here, but he's going to do a safe jump instead and deal with this the honest way. Oh, wow.
I was going to ask, does Chris Wong force the critical arc out of Uma with the drive impact? No, instead, still manages to clip him.
Insane.
In the corner, right? You have a character input now.
Oh, man.
Life lead, and there's a critical arc stop. I was wondering
Final round. If it's Chris's, it resets.
Done with into the next round, Uma still sitting at 3 bars, Chris Wong at 2.
Great defensive sequence there from Chris Wong to regain the drive gauge lead here, and he's just waiting for anything, some movement to react to. Rotic again, almost got the drive rush light punch there.
I think Chris is being smart.
He was talking about that earlier in the hotel. Got him.
But even more so, excellent reactions against the drive rush medium punch coming in from Uma.
That's not what he wanted. I'm not sure if that could have been punished by a light attack. But
Again,
anyway,
he went to the well either way. Chris Wong making sure it hurts the next time around. Speaking of making it hurt,
it's getting a bit scrambly. He's going to get punished and he's going to be burnt out here. So his drive gauge will be suspended.
Are the nerves playing a factor against Uma?
Let's see if he's going to use a super to get out of there.
Chris, it
Chris Wong's going to be
resets.
death by 1,000 cuts. He will threaten that stun.
There's
It is
a
low
very
hanging fruit.
low chance that Uma.
Waits there.
There it is.
The spine buster, ladies and gentlemen.
Reset.
We are going to a reset.
I don't know if Uma has it in him.
Emphatic fashion.
He didn't win any.
What are you gonna do now?
Uh-oh.
That's the question here. Taking a sip.
Uh-oh.
Staying hydrated. Stay hydrated, gamers at home. That is super important here. I think even because it was 3-2 in the winners' final, that could have gone either way. I think after that point, he said, okay, I know what I must do if I get my potential run back, which that has come to fruition here. Dominating fashion in this first half in the grand final. So this is our final 3 games here at Capcom Cup 10.
Here it is.
Somebody is earning $1 million.
The final 3 games
I am so
for
glad we
$1
are
million.
because I would not want to do this.
I felt under pressure the moment I walked through the door, Jammer. That's why I'm not a player. So, let's
I
see.
feel the pressure over here.
The beginning of the end. All tied up again. Losers bracket for both here in the grand finals. Uma now
The
dropping
grand
down to Chris Wong's
finals.
level.
See if he fires on all cylinders right now, and he goes for staggered pressure here.
So this is it.
Or something, and a hard read there with the jump. He wasn't doing that in the first game, and that was a read on the Sandblaster for sure. I saw a backdash there from Chris Wong that gets
Can you
punished.
imagine that he just like kind of conditioned him in the first to like be incompetent, and now he's just executing and executing? Because that could be a mind game in itself.
He could take this damage, but what happens after this situation with the advantage on knockdown? Excellent defensive choices, and the punish counter. You know what? Either way, if it was a fireball or not, even in normal, Chris Wong didn't have enough life to retaliate with a TI of his own.
Well, Chris Wong reeled back in his seat because I think even he was surprised at that choice that Uma made, but he's got to switch things up. And boy, has he done it and delivered in spades.
I like that the background says Capcom Cup X.
Get the crouching medium punch there. He's looking for the conversion there. It's Chris Wong, but Uma's making him block, so he has to change his mind. Suppressor didn't whiff. Oh, the uppercut. No slam dunk there as well. Walks forward there, and then walks under. No punish counter, but he got something to work with.
The punish counter is there. Another, actually.
The mind trick, yeah.
No big conversions. Thankfully,
It's like the other guy is doing everything because he needs to win. But you're just like learning what the other guy does. You're being less competent than you would normally be. So the other guy is downloading you, and you're like not you.
Still not throw teching there, Chris Wong. He's not panicking.
And now he thinks in the next set, he thinks
Hold
you're
it down
you,
here. Uma can't take an
but
action
really you know him.
Chris Wong knew that. That's why he's trying to make sure he does as much drive gate damage as possible to keep him in the amber. But all systems go with the green. Just waiting it out here.
But the other guy is also changing it up now. The pressure is there.
With that exact crouch medium punch within the space, he's threatening the ranges.
Still resilient on defense, exuding that patience.
He's got to
there.
get some
Finds a
chip
trade, that was
damage in
fine.
there.
He
You
can
got
take
10
that. Chris
seconds.
Wong might try to bait him into doing a button and catch him with the second crouch medium. Let's find out.
With less than 10 on the clock, we're gonna see some.
Oh.
Bro, I think Uma's still got the lead, and now he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he parried with 2 seconds on the clock. That was a very interesting decision. I'm surprised about that. Got Chris Wong the round. Good pressure there. Almost in burnout in 90 seconds here is Chris Wong. I know he's got 2 bars, but he's got to be very careful. He's got to make sure some sort of attack connects. No anti
I totally understand that because how Uma had delayed his dive kicks. I totally respect that decision from Chris Wong. And even more so, the buttons from Uma on the way out. On wake up. Now we got the low forward. It's time for the feng shui.
Let's play indeed. Here comes the safe jump. Oh no, he goes for an empty jump instead. The super gauge is actually depleting rapidly here. Gets the overhead into a store, and he didn't believe in it, but it wasn't the jungle version of the Fuha store.
Oh, he goes so much health.
So much damage after what, 2.5 sequences?
Still not going for the rising uppercut anti-air there, and he's just going to hold it down here. Uma, he's got to be very careful.
Ooh, that could have been whiff punish from Chris Wong.
Still blocking it out here. Lovely defense here. Get the bottom carry, but yes, I'd send him away as well. I do not want to deal with a Chris Wong with low vitality. And he
There
gets
it
through
is.
it.
Wow, what a smooth criminal. This man reacted to the sandblast with a drive rush, and even more so, OD Tencent Rin for
Yeah, he's reading.
invincibility. What a play from downtown.
He's lucky as well because the combination of having a good hitbox on the uppercut, and it's a forward moving, and of course having the hurtbox on the Sandblaster, it worked out for Uma there. 1-0 in this grand final reset. I thought we were actually going to see 4 games from the bounce from Chris Wong. No lie. Roundhouse there, safe on block. And away again, hits him with the forward fist. He might have utilized that a little bit more in the neutral to kind of get Chris Wong to think about different buttons to use. He's readjusting his spacing because of that button. Until he runs into danger there, it will be the flash knuckle conversion.
Again, the anti-metal option for Uma. It really hasn't.
It really hasn't worked.
For any of the juries against Chris Wong specifically.
All right, that's going to be the rounds. Does he need his level 1? There's
That's
the Vulcan
it.
Blast. Puts
All
around the
right.
board in this game 2 of the grand final reset here. Does Chris Wong? Damn, the mental stamina these guys have is ridiculous.
I don't have any mental stamina. I would have checked out so long ago.
What's it going to be? Uma tried to maybe walk out. You did see the low get checked from Chris Wong with the full conversion. No, sir. No hammers here. All Tencent.
Denied. And there comes the Feng Shui again. Doesn't want it to drive reversal because it'll be a low drive gauge, and he swatted him away like a newspaper to a mosquito. Takes it straight to the corner here. Lovely safe jump there from Uma. Drive reversal, keep him there. This is good. Forward throw.
Even caught the backdash towards the end of it, actually.
Challenges immediately after a frame advantage button there with a stand medium punch.
Look at the spacing, yeah. Right under the timer, right? That's the sweet spot for a lot of the players to check the defensive maneuvers from the person in the corner. But
the jump,
that's himself in there now. Man, the bravery after that. Walk up, scan, jab.
What?
Oh, a tick throw.
Dude, that connected.
It did connect.
Crazy late there with the active frames of the stand like it. One hit from Chris Wong should do the trick, but Uma gets the hit first and he takes the round.
And that was actually rather sneaky, right? After the stand jab, it was
Bereavement means in this regard was when you reach the grand finals, usually in this type of tournament, there's a loser bracket and a winner's bracket. And the loser bracket has to win twice. The winner's bracket only has to win once. So if the loser bracket wins, it resets, and now there's one more win that's needed on either side.
And it looks like, all right, he's going to go for a different conversion here instead. Let's see.
And this is the final reset, basically.
That could have been it. He's still in dangerous territories. No overhead, please.
He's not gonna do it. It won't be either.
Oh, he's
This
so
one, he's trying to
close.
perfect carry something to turn something
Oh.
around, but maybe he can get in range of a throw and grab and be sneaky, but he can. Forward throw.
Man, the slow and daunting approach.
Oh.
No! And that was too far
There you
from
go.
that exchange and the pushback. Chris Wong thought he could get the
All
punish
right, we
off
have.
of a -8 situation. It
Is
was
it-
too far.
I have to give credit to some of these plays because they're doing certain projectiles or certain attacks from a very
So
range where
last
drive reversal.
reset
Remember, there's still
before
pushback
this, it was
on
0
right?
to
So even
3,
then,
and now I
Travis
think
Punish
it's
didn't get it, and the
2-0.
guys are ready immediately to try and get the button there. Space
So
and
if
traps
Uma
are very dangerous to
takes
fight
the
against
next
these
2
days.
rounds,
It's
or
2-0 to Uma in the
2 out of 3
reset
rounds,
here.
God.
he
Is
wins.
the download complete? Will he have enough in the tank?
Luke
mentally
has to win
secure the $1 million, or will Chris
6
Wong
rounds still.
have the answer? Already aggressive, he dashed up at Uma's face with 0 reaction actually, and Chris Wong not finding the opening just yet. He's
know
been
what?
facing off against a brick wall thus far.
If I was him, I'd go bonkers this set. Oh, Uma.
I agree.
He's got one
Uma's
game to
being
play
real
around with.
aggressive.
Again, $1 million on the line, and he's trying again. He's being a little bit more aggro with his choices.
That is a little bonkers, and we'll definitely accept that.
Run away, gets.
The air reset, good awareness. I love the presence of mind to jump in certain sequences.
Oh, okay. Gets the uppercut here, cancels into the level 1 to
$1 million. Uma's about to win $1 million.
From taking the first round, and yes, sir, we are gonna get that stun. No, that was a crush.
okay.
It was a crush. I'm sorry.
Crush.
Excuse me.
Whoa, and it finally worked! He got the one time he did said, forget the jumping medium punch. I'm going straight to the only
This is it.
He knew what
If
risks
Uma wins, he
were
wins
applied,
$1
and he
million.
takes it there, and he is on Capcom Cup 10 point. The crowd is cheering for him right now.
Let's see if he has it. That's a counter hit.
The
Sweep
sweep,
and
no
not
punish.
punished. Chris Wong sweating.
Something like that, like 400.
Into the flash knuckle, chasing down for some Oki here.
300.
I wouldn't be surprised if we
Okay.
see an uppercut from Uma soon to even risk it. But hey, I think he knows what position he's in. Puts him down, jumps away, and then gets grabbed for his troubles.
Chris Wong with a hefty amount of life to take certain risks. But
Okay,
yeah,
something again.
speaking of risks,
Oh,
Umo was trying to
Luke's
bait out
come
something, but
back.
Guess what? Chris Wong was still within range to get a big damage
Alright.
conversion, burning himself out.
He's been doing the Fu Hasor after the drive rush. and
Luke
several
has to
ranges, but
win
Chris
this
Wong's
or
got
else it's
lots of ways
over.
of doing it from up close, far away, is a little bit
But
different. He's definitely identifying things as we go along. With punish there with the forward hard punch.
And it's so difficult to whiff punish that because of the startup and the spacing that he needs to
Oh, okay. Splurged a bit too much meat and he will get punished for his troubles here, Uma. And it will be a level 3. And this is what's very good in the game. If somebody doesn't make use of their 2 bars they spent, you punish it and take as much drive gauge away as possible. Let's see what the choice is from Uma. Perfect parry.
Hey, swing in the setup for the feng shui engine. The corner carry
Burn
is
him
going to be
out,
so
burn him out,
significant,
burn him
and
out.
so is the burnout.
He's got no resources, so he's going to play with the stun. He's going to set him up for a stun scenario. Let's see what he does.
This
full
is it,
conversion.
this is it.
He's done. I think he's done. That's it. It will be the stun. He's going to store up. He's going to finish the combo.
That's
and ladies
it.
and gentlemen, $1 million is going to be awarded to Uma. Nobody had him on the cards to
$1
take
million
the cup. He's represented
to
Taiwan,
Uma.
and he will be your first $1 million champion for Street Fighter 6 here at Capcom Cup 10.
Immaculate from start to finish, making waves outside of the pools in the group stage, making his name known amongst the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, your Capcom Cup 10 champion, Uma! One more time!
Jury's fee to win.
Played there indeed, but
Foot
we gotta
Clan
hand it over. We
rejoice.
see our hosts on the stage right now. Let's hand it over to them to properly
I'm just reading
congratulate
Twitch chat.
our
Foot
Street Fighter 6 champion.
Clan, we win. Foot Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please make some noise for our Capcom Cup 10 runner-up and winner of $300,000, Chris Wong!
$300,000 ain't bad though. He still gets $300,000 for losing.
So Chris, you have been
Man, that sucks.
consistently strong.
Imagine winning
Second at
3-0 the first set
France premiere.
and then
Now, you are
losing.
second in the Capcom Cup. Why? How were you able to stay so strong consistently for so long?
First of all, because I am a salaryman, I'm not a full-time gamer. And then
He's a family man. Should have been playing Guile.
Every day I practice 4 hours per day, and then
The fact that he got second place though, $1 million tournament, family man.
me to custom room to play fans for them, and the champion Yuma Kagami also is my practice partner.
What the? Oh, that sucks. Oh no,
so much
that sucks. You ever play a money match against your practice partner? That sucks because they know all your moves and everything you do, everything you've invented with them, all the strats.
Street Fighter has been building up to this moment, and now we have our Capcom Cup 10 champion, Uma!
Do not enter tournaments with your practice partner participating.
So
in.
Uma, you are from Taiwan.
Hold on. Oh, my man Shin. Okay, can we please clap it up for Shin out here for the translation, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, how nice.
So Uma, you're from Taiwan. How much has your community supported you in the process of becoming a champion?
是从台湾的 community 怎样支持你拿到冠军的台湾的 community。我很感谢台湾的社群还有我的家人，很支持我参加这个格斗比赛，所以我今天才有机会拿到这个冠军。We want to say thanks to the whole Taiwan fighting game community and his family and friends. That's why he has a chance.
Uma, there was a whole lot of talk about who belongs to be at Capcom Cup. A lot of people doubted you, and now you have proved all of them wrong. When did you know that you could win this tournament? When did you know that you will be the Capcom Cup 10 champion?
有这个本事可以赢到这个卡布 K 冠军，你在这个什么时候发现了你有这个潜质？
The guy on the right is like shaking his head.
他公布
I don't know what they're saying.
的时候，我就知道这个冠军我拿定了。He says when the Capcom announced the prize money of 1 million, he says that he knows he's gonna get it.
That's rude.
Well, Uma, speaking of $1 million, I think I got it, brother. Don't worry about it. Speaking of $1 million, I think you need 2 hands for something else right now. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our first FGC millionaire!
Dog. That's a big check. $1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, as amazing as the event has been, as phenomenal as Uma has been, we also need to let you guys know that next year we have some phenomenal things planned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the Capcom Pro Tour 2024 trailer.
2024 trailer.
When you go looking for strength,
Why are they showing us?
like a game.
So they said there's not going to be any announcements. You think they lied to us?
What makes a champion? Those quick reactions and the reset.
I want to say that they were truthful. $2 million. Yeah, overall it's $2 million. $1 million for the grand prize, and then everybody else gets like a piece of the other 1 million.
There's the finish. He punches the ticket all the way to Capcom.
You thought they'd do a 3-second teaser? I don't think so. Because they were really like, hey community, we're not announcing anything. Don't expect an announcement. We are not announcing, because that's really unusual first off for a company to be like, hey, we're not announcing anything. Don't expect an announcement.
The best Street Fighter player in the world, Knuckle Dude.
No, yeah. I feel like they have to stick on their word that there's not going to be any announcements.
It's all about taking that first step.
And now we have a very special and very important guest with us today. Please welcome with a big round of applause, President and COO of Capcom, Mr. Haruhiro Tsujimoto!
That mic sucks. It's peaking all over the place. He's announcing Tekken versus Street Fighter. Or Street Fighter versus Tekken 2.
First
of all, congratulations for winning Capcom Cup.
His mic's not even on.
And also like to thank everybody who attended and watched and was involved in this year's Capcom Pro Tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
今シーズンはストリートファイター6発売目1年目を記念して特別に賞金総額をアップして開催しました。
We had the special prize pool for this year to celebrate the first year of Street Fighter 6.
皆様のおかげで
You can't go lower prize pool.
盛り上がる大会とすることができました。
Thanks to everybody, we had an amazing tournament.
来シーズンの賞金総額、規模感はこれまで通りとなります。
Next year's overall prize pool distribution will be similar to previous years.
Previous years. So yeah, they're letting people know, hey, we're not doing another $1 million tourney.
しかし、カプコンは
That's not a good announcement. Why even mention this? Why are we talking about this? This isn't hype.
シーズンにつきましても、最大限に盛り上がりたいとの思いから。
However, Capcom is looking forward to the second season of Street Fighter 6 tournament, and we want to make the most of this opportunity.
次回のカプコンカップ1位賞金については。
So, next year's first place prize money for Capcom Cup will be
引き続き$100万と決定しました。
$1 million!
So it will be. Okay. He lied there for a second, and then he was like, alright, it's going to be similar to some other years. And then he was like, just kidding, it'll be $1 million. Start training, chat. Start training.
来年度の大会構成は世界各国からのプレイヤー、そして新しいプレイヤーが多く参加できる仕組みになりますので、皆様の参加をお待ちしております。
So next year, the tournament structure will have more players to compete around the world, as well as many new players. We can't wait for you all to join us and compete.
Ooh.
来シーズンのカプコンプロツアーは6月スタートに予定しております。さらなる情報にご期待ください。
The Pro Tour will be back in June 2024, so stay tuned for more information.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
He said 1 million parentheses paid in avatar skins. That's it. Man. Good fight.
He's gone for so many shimmies, and now he finally stuck the drive impact in there. Chris not ready for this. He should be able to build to a level 2. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I wonder how much tickets are. These are top moments.
This is CA, and look how much damage, and he's still burned out. So much chip damage. How are you going to escape this?
You try to fight.
You know,
Rude.
Sienna says, you know what, he's going to take the throw, so he gives that throw.
Oh, it's a
There it
punish.
is.
Bashar.
You have to hold so much of this pressure now.
Uba, uba, uba.
And a fault right after.
Yeah, you see right there. Now you can actually challenge a lot more. Uma's going to take it. And Nephew is out of the corner. This is big, but the crash speed but is going to connect. He's going to be able to finish it off. Just built the level 3, but the Eraser would have did it anyway.
Where we going, people? To Memphis!
But he burned himself out. He burned himself out.
And y'all can chip him out.
Oh, what?
And y'all can be a Baron of Bruno on an empty jump super. Inhale with the super to seal the deal. Empty jump super. He's going to go for that chip, no dip either way. But what a play from Inhale.
So he needs to find a way out, but he's not going to have any meter for the comeback this time.
Menard.
Weekend pleasure.
Menard didn't make it.
This is it. Bruno is going to eliminate Mena RD, and Mena RD will go out tied here in 13th place.
Is it Mena RD? It's not Menard.
Only walk up to the baggage, and that's going to be level 3. Yes, sirree. Safe moves on in the bracket over Dual Kevin.
Dual Kevin is going to go out as the last U.S. player, is now eliminated. Safe from Canada continues forward here with the Ken. Congratulations to Safe.
Ain't a buff. He's got the bar, the bomb. He's buffering for damn dear life. There it is. Level 2. Beast mode, baby. NL. Never lose. Who does have the lead, though. Stand fierce.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Hugo in the background. Hugo confirmed.
He's won. Dash up.
Wait, Andre. I don't know what his name is. I think it's both.
Safe face off with a perfect KO. Takes down beat up and moves on to top 8. The Canadian hope, the Canadian killer. Safe.
The last thing anybody was thinking of at that moment was a drive.
Reed, there's a check. He's
8 seconds, by the way.
You've been playing Tekken? Yeah. A little bit.
No way!
I was actually playing Tekken just before streaming this.
Oh my God!
I was figuring out some combos that I'm starting to get used to a bit more. More so than I was before.
He even tried to do the handshake of death.
Trying to bait a wake up reversal or something.
Oh, that's huge, Jammer. He can cancel again. That's more than enough in the tank. And L takes out Kawano.
NL. I saw that. I watched that part.
He shows us why he's done. If he does this whole thing correctly, he's going to build the bar, medium spinning mixer. Not even, he's going for the different version, and Super Rashid kick will close this out. Oh my. Firm in his ground. He's going to try and escape a different way. Oh, and that is going to close it out. Conversion into the level 3. He tried to get
the
escape
level 3.
time and time again, but he got swatted by the newspaper. And that is going to... He will push into the corner as well. Is he going to look for a sneaky reset? He's playing it safe at the moment, and that is going to be it. It will be Galaxy Kern that advances deeper into the bracket. It was a throwbait that gets it into the double drive rush cancel combo. And our Rashid specialist is still in the tournament. That's the fuzzy. He didn't commit to the dive kick. He's still alive. Can he tip him out? So, level 2, deal with it. Deal with it. Listen, I'm causing the problems, you deal with them.
Don't jump again. He's going to kick it at you.
Hold it. Doesn't take.
I watched this. I only watched the top 8 of this. Is that Delaney?
Overhead, that's not what he wanted.
There is a moment for Gachikun to get.
I have a friend. Like, he's older than me, but I used to see him
He will threaten that stun. It is a low-hanging fruit.
at the arcade all the time. Back when I was like in middle school, high school. And he never really left the arcade scene, fighting game scene. And I think I just saw him in there, in that video.
The corner carry is going to be so significant, and so is the burnout.
He's got no resources, so he's going to play with the stun. He's going to set him up for a stun scenario. Let's see what he does. This full conversion. This is the game. He's done. I think he's done. That's it. It will be the stun. He's going to store up. He's going to finish the combo. And ladies and gentlemen, $1 million is going to be awarded to Uma. Nobody had him on the card to take the cup. He's represented with jury. He's represented Taiwan. And he will be
That sucks. That sucks going against your practice partner.
Immaculate from start to finish. Making waves outside of the pools.
But whatever they're doing to practice must be working, yeah? They both got top 1-2. Kind of insane. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching with me, chat. If you're gonna leave because it's not gonna be this anymore, I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to hit the follow button, and thank you to Capcom for allowing the Capcom creators to co-stream the event. It was fun watching. Kink. They just cut it off. They just closed OBS. They alt F4'd out of OBS. They didn't push the stop stream button. That's how that happens. Either your computer crashes or the OBS crashes. They just this is just alt F4. Actually, I think alt F4 still makes it so. They taskbar closed it.